have to actually kill him.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. A little throwback to the Zoom days. Back to like pandemic days, only this time it's because there's a fuck ton of snow. This is a real deal. This is a real deal.
I don't know if I just I kind of just disconnected this weekend. I just wasn't paying attention. And I'd heard there was a little bit of snow coming or whatever.
Heard a little bit of hubbub about some weather.
And then hang on a second, I got something to say about that too. And then I think last night I just looked at it and I was like, wait. If we get what's predicted, it's a top 10 storm in New York City history.
It's monster, dude. It's like 18 to 24 inches in the city. Usually the city gets like half what like I'll get in the suburbs. If you're getting 1.5 to 2 feet in Manhattan, this is monster.
I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. Thanks fucking de Blasio to a fucking iPhone alert saying like state of emergency, things are going haywire. And I was like, it is, I mean, I'm not going to turn my computer because you're not going to tell, I'll do it, but it is completely horizontal.
Yeah, there's a good amount of wind, too, in the city when it gets whipping. You got that horizontal snow. It's bad.
Completely horizontal outside. It's fucking awesome.
I saw a truck. I was on the street because I waited till like there was about a foot of snow to go to the grocery store to stock up. And I saw like a big box truck completely flipped over, like on its back. Like it rolled over. I was like, what? It was crazy. Yeah.
Dude, the market moved during a snowstorm. I was just talking to my mom like 20 minutes ago, and she was leaving the market. And she's in Massachusetts. Obviously, they're not going to get the brunt of the storm just yet. And she's like, I just don't get it. Like, all you kids don't live here anymore. I just bought a fucking ton of pudding and Elio's pizza. It's like, I don't even eat either of those things. It's just snowstorm move.
Yep. I mean, and the things that you buy, everyone's like, you got to get milk and bread. Those are the two things that perish immediately. That's like if you were to be stuck somewhere, that's the last fucking thing you'd want to be stocked up on. It'd go bad in a minute.
It is actually insane that we're like bread and milk. Like that's still a thing people buy.
Nuts.
I couldn't tell you last time. Well, actually, I did make a sandwich last night during Surviving Barstool. So that is off the table. And honestly, I drank a bunch of milk this morning.
So you know what? Milk and bread.
Milk and bread. I was going to make fun of that idea.
Let me tell you something. It does not look like you've been eating milk and bread. You are fucking yoked, dude. You are. This Zoom camera angle is, and that shirt is working, bud.
Yeah?
The Whoop workout is fucking working, bro.
Okay, so I'm going to say something here, and
sit back, just sit back, let the people see it. Look at your boy. Oh my God, shit. You better, if you got to watch, go over to the YouTube, KFC Radio YouTube, because you got to look at Feidelberg in the Cuts Henley right now to make it count. Holy shit, this guy, I'm about to fucking whip my dick out. He looks the gym is working, kid.
It is. Okay, it is. I've been doing the Whoop workout for a week now.
Yeah.
And I do have, I noticed a change in the mirror. I'm like, get in the shower. And I'm like,
yeah.
Not so bad.
You get results quick when you work out.
It is, it's easy though. It's just, you do what people think you do. You eat a little better, you drink a little less. And the thing I like to sprinkle in there, my little difference is have genetics like a failed Stark experiment. Is what really helps.
Yeah, I get like knowing the whole Feidelberg clan at this point. Like your father and your mom, they didn't have kids. They were breeding. They bred. They had a whole litter of kids who are all pretty fucking solid kids. They're all athletes. They're all thick. You mix in a couple cycles when you're in high school, set the get the baseline ready. And now this kid, he jumps some rope and lifts some weights, and he's fucking ripping through his cut shirt. The cut shirts they're like when you have a good body, the cut shirts look really good.
They're
No matter
incredibly
what.
comfortable.
When you're in shape, the cuts like hugs you tight. I'm like, oh shit, this kid is made of stone.
But like the best part is they're cozy. It's a very comfortable shirt.
Yeah, that I don't know. That's that kind of like stretchy material that's either comfy or it's like, look at me, you want to fuck me now. This is not even an ad read for cuts. I don't even think they're in our show today.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going into an ad read, but no, that's just.
Well, you know what? I'll throw you another one because right now you need to fucking label those things, man. Fucking throw some labels on those guns. Throw some labels on those pecs. Feidelberg's gonna be walking around just fucking yoked out of his mind with like gun 1, gun 2, pack 1, pack 2. You gotta label all 6 of your abs.
I'm getting 2A, obviously. If I'm labeling anything, it's
yeah, you got it.
That way I can start traveling south of the Mason-Dixon line again.
Well, they got the P-Touch Home Personal Label Maker from Brothers right now, where you can label anything in your house. You can organize your clothes, you can organize your kitchen, your tools, your appliances, your kids' toys, make everything clutter-free and turn every room into a personalized haven. You can, like I said, fix up that kitchen with different fonts and frames. You can label the pantry with foods, allergies, words, names, different kids' names, whatever you need to label and organize. The P-Touch Home Personal Label Maker is for you. So tidy up your house, tidy up your closets, your pantries, your garage, your basement, your attic, whatever it may be. Hey, even your nursery, start labeling everything for the next little ones that you got coming. So everything is, labeled and organized and where it's supposed to be. So you're not freaking out. Me, I'm always looking for shit. My kids are always like, where's this and where's that? I'm like, I don't know. Go find it your fucking self. I have no idea where it is.
Call my mom. She knows how to find stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's mom duty. But with a P-Touch label maker at home myself, you could get a little bit of mom in you as well. So make the most of your time at home, have fun, and get organized with the P-Touch Home Personal Label Maker, only from Brother. For details, visit ptouchhomebybrother.com. That's ptouchhomebybrother.com. So yeah, we got the snow going. De Blasio, man, I can't tell if I just hate De Blasio, so everything he does we point out, or like he puts out that alert that's just like, you can't go anywhere past 6 a.m. What does that mean, Bill? Nobody can go anywhere now? I was like, I have to get on the road. I have to get around. I'm going. I get it. It's like to stop people from going unnecessarily, but the list is like emergency workers and healthcare workers. Like, okay, Bill, pull me over then. Have the NYPD pull me over in the 18 inches of snow, you dumb asshole.
It seems like a message you'd send out. Excuse me. First of all,
6 a.m.
Huh?
Maybe before 6 a.m. So
yes, that was the first of all. Not even. Oh no. See, no, opposite. Like, let me sleep in, and when I wake up, I'll fucking deal with it. Like, why are you waking me up?
Maybe send that at like 9 p.m. the night before, and be like, get where you need to be, because you can't just tell people at 6 a.m. you're not allowed to go anywhere.
Or 10 a.m. would have been better.
One or the other.
But also, like, it's one of those things with like I don't know. I feel like people in Alabama need that alert. Like I've experienced snow before. Right. I know how snow works. It's not one of those things where like in Dallas, when there's an inch of snow and everyone just pulls off on the side of the road, like Armageddon. Because I think we find it silly when like people in the Northeast see that stuff happening, but I do think like things are very different. Like I think our roads are built different.
Do you remember? Because we always there was Snowmageddon in I think Atlanta, where there was that one picture. All the cars were drawn off the road and one was on fire. One had like blown up, and it was like an inch and a half of snow, and I was like, what is going on? And then there was something happened here once where they couldn't get the salt out in time.
Right.
And if you, I totally took the salt for granted. If you don't salt, even like the littlest snow can absolutely fuck you. So I don't think we realized how much like the city actually prepares us even for when there's like flurries. So we're like, we can handle this. And it's like, well, if your city doesn't have tons and tons of salt to put out, no, you can't.
I think even like literally we're built different. I could be wrong on this. I think even the roads are like there's a bit of a curve to them, so it like slides off. And then down there, they're like, well, it doesn't matter, so we just fucking do it. Or maybe they do for fucking floods. I don't know. But I think there's like a lot more. Turns out infrastructure, like civil infrastructure, pretty big important thing.
You know that there's some fucking guy at home who's like a civil engineer who's like, these fuckers all take me for granted. Like, I build these roads, I build these sidewalks. The only reason you're alive today is because I slanted the fucking roads. And we're just like, you pussies can't handle the snow.
I have a friend who literally majored in civil engineering or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, oh, good for you. Like, we'll put a building here. And she's always like, no, that's not what it is. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Sure thing. It's like the most important thing society does. It's like building out how to survive and live in urban sprawl.
Yeah, big intersection. We'll put up some stoplights. I was like, oh, so hard.
I love it.
It's like in Sunny when Frank thinks he's pulling a prank, and he puts 4 stop signs at the intersection, and he's like, no one's ever gonna move. And Charlie's like, Frank, you made it a 4-way stop. You accidentally made it safe.
Also, today is, I guess, would probably be the first day of this winter that the kids should be having snow days that they're not gonna.
But I guess I don't. Well, no, they must be having it here, right? If we're in a state of emergency.
Right, but I'm saying now they just do Zoom school.
Oh, right, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's this.
But no, it's not the first one. Because remember the last one, what, in December, early December? It was like
that's kind of when yeah.
But Long Island like did like, I think Long Island, Maryland, like a bunch of places were like, they heard our cries and they were like, you know what, a snow day is a rite of passage for.
Good, I didn't know that because I was thinking today, if you saw on the news that there was going to be 24 inches of snow and that you still had to do your schoolwork, that ain't fucking right.
But New York City didn't. I don't know if they did today, but.
Fucking De Blasio.
on the last one, he was like, "No, we're still doing Zoom school." I don't know. I do not know what happened today, but like a lot of places on the old one were like, "No, fuck it, give the kids a snow day," and New York City said, "We don't think so."
Public schools are closed today in New York City.
Are they Zoom schooling though? All the schools, like that's the whole thing. Schools will be closed. It's just that they all have to dial into their fucking Zooms with their teachers and just sit there and do work at home rather than watching The Price is Right and sneaking around watching porn. That's what I would do in the new era. Could you imagine a snow day with fucking Pornhub at your fingertips? Oh, buddy.
I don't think New York City kids do that. I think that's
they just go fuck each other.
Yeah, that's JV stuff. That's they go fucking rob a liquor store and do heroin. What New York City kids do.
Yeah, no, never mind. They still have to do learning.
Today they did? Oh my God.
It's a top 10 storm in history. And it's like, just log in and read your books. Like, fuck that. Could you imagine? Do you remember the stories Asa used to tell about being like a New York City kid where she was just doing fucking like ketamine and shit in like 7th grade?
Dude, Asa literally had one story she told us where she was like, and that was the first time I smoked crack. And I really understood why it was so addicting. I was like, you just smoked crack?
Just a one-off. Just a one-off. Like, gave it a whirl. Let me try this. I'll hit that one time.
She's like, I had one weekend where I just loved crack. Like, that's a happy ending then.
Yeah. Like, do you know how many crack addicts wish they just had one happy weekend with crack cocaine? Yeah, man. New York City kids are a different breed. I hung out with them like one time when I was like probably like 13, like 14, I guess. I had a friend out in Pelham who had friends in the city and just like ripping cigs and cloves and drinking 40s and like weird liquors I had never heard of, which were probably just like normal liquors, but at the time I had never heard of it, you know? And I was just like, oh my God, this is different, dude. Like I was just going to movies with my friends back home and we're hanging out on a fire escape in fucking Harlem. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't remember if I've told this or not, but like when I was in high school, I had a lot of friends who were from New York City. So we come down here occasionally, you know? And I had one buddy, he's actually 2 brothers who both went to school together with me. And we would come down here and we'd like go to the East Village and buy fake IDs. Like I had braces and shit. The first time I ever came down, and I know it's like kind of like a Twitter, like, I guess trope or meme or whatever that like white people like are mean to their parents. Dude, the first time I went,
I don't think it's a Twitter meme. I think that's just reality.
Well, yeah. But like, people were like, oh, when the one kid tells his mom to shut the fuck up or something like that. Like, dude, the first time I walked into their apartment, very nice apartment, right across the street from the United Nations. His mom came out and offered like us drinks or whatever, like I don't know, something fucking normal. And he told her to get the fuck out of the room, and then in complete earnest said, "Sorry, my roommate is so fucking annoying." We were like 14. I was like, bro, you don't even live here. What are you talking about?
That's a joke. Like, that's the joke you make when you move back in with your parents after college, and you're like, yeah. That's like a funny thing you do. You don't do that to them for real when you're.
Honestly, I think he actually might have been 13. I think he was a year younger than me. Sorry, my roommate is so fucking annoying. I don't think I had said the F word yet at that point in my life.
That's where, like, you can't tell me, like, kind of like what Bill Burr said, like, under no circumstances can you hit a woman. You telling me I can't hit my kid if he tells me to shut the fuck up and then tells his friends that his fucking roommate's annoying? You better beat the shit out of that kid.
And by the way, she was offering us alcoholic beverages, Kevin. Like, she was being, by our standards, exceptionally nice. Being like, does anyone want a fucking Tom Collins? No.
Oh, man. They're just different, dude. They are built different. I can't tell whether those kids go on to be successful because they're just fucking assholes and they're just, like, ready to take on anybody, or if they just crash and burn because, like, their parents don't actually love them and they have a drug addiction by the time they're, like, 16.
I have lost contact with them. I do know one of the brothers graduated with, like, his MBA in 3 years. So okay. I imagine he's doing pretty well.
I think you either turn into Steve Cohen or you like flame out and you die like in a ditch smoking crack with Asa Akira. Dude, this Steve Cohen shit, I'm gonna have to murder Nate. I'm gonna have to actually kill him.
All right, before we get into our next segment, if you have ADD, you probably do. You probably have no attention span. You have probably no ability to retain information for hours on end, and you just want quick, digestible clips that are funny. Head over to the KFC Radio Clips page. You can watch funny little quick hitters. You don't have to dedicate much time to it. Click over there, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell, and laugh.
Like Dave at least, like Dave is Dave. He's built the whole fucking thing. So he's given us a lot. If he takes away my like relationship with the Mets in any way, shape, or form, that sucks, but okay. The headline from Nate being like the deal breaker, yeah, I'll probably have to kill that kid. I'll probably have to murder him with my bare hands.
Has that happened?
No, because I'll tell you what I'm lucky. I'm lucky because Steve Cohen, I don't think has any fucking idea that he does business with us. No idea that my little outings are even a thing. I don't know how much, it's an interesting situation, I guess. Like when you buy a company, like how much due diligence does he do? And does his people report back to, like do they know that they have ticket packages with this person, that person? Because I haven't heard anything yet, but the day that like we start promoting, I mean, the goddamn website is Mets.com/Barstool. Like it's very connected. And the minute that he realizes that and he looks and sees the headline, world-renowned scumbag who built his life on lying, cheating, and stealing from the common man has deleted his Twitter. Hopefully jail is next. Fuck Steve Cohen. Like, did Steve Cohen fuck Nate's mom or something? Like, that is a brutal headline and then you click it and it's just like, yeah, one time Steve Cohen had an SEC problem and also GameStop is up. I was like, I thought he was going to have some like deep, dark thing with Steve Cohen that he has all this other information and has some like vendetta against him. It was like the most basic fucking recap of what's going on and a bunch of made up accusations because of getting in trouble 10, 15 years ago. It's, you know what it is? It's the exact same thing as what people do to Dave, where they're like, but size 6 skinny jeans 10 years ago. And all of us always say like, yo, you're going to bring up the past and that's why he's guilty this time. Like bullshit. And now half of Barstool turns around and does the same thing to him.
I'll be honest, Kevin. That is a fair complaint you have right there.
Yeah, we are the kings of complaining about no evidence, bringing up the past. We're not responsible for what everyone else does. It's the exact Barstool argument to a T, except these dickheads bought GameStop, so they're like, Steve Cohen's to blame. Take Steve Cohen down. These hypocritical motherfuckers.
I think you are completely in the right there, and I think that it is like. It is actually very prescient right now because of what's happened with Dave with like with the Dena Lang thing was insane. And like that Vice wrote that like we mocked Dena Lang's injury.
Yeah.
Like the NWHL. And like I think Dave's like, I'm gonna hear this forever now.
Right.
And that is kind of like the Cohen stuff from an outsider's perspective is kind of cool. Like it's like he's kind of a fucking badass about it. It's just like, yeah, no, I take my SEC penalties, which I don't know any of that stuff, and I don't fucking know any. I know. We're still kind of up, Kev. Just so we know here.
Oh yeah,
yeah, not a lot, but like I think we're both up like $100 right now.
More up than I've ever been with another investment. So
yeah. So no, never mind. We're up $68. Okay. So I don't need anyone to go to jail. I'm fucking living lavish right now.
Dude, I mean, like Steve Cohen's fatal flaw or whatever was his Twitter game. Because you can be the biggest baller.
Fuck out of that one.
I mean,
you called that day one.
Never been more right. I was so happy to rub that in dumb Mets Twitter's face. Everyone being like, no, it's cool. I want to interact with him. He talks about the uniforms and the stadiums. Oh yeah? Well, now what, you dumb assholes?
Yeah.
You could be Steve Cohen worth $14 billion. You could be the president. You could be a Navy SEAL. You could be the top of whatever field you're in and deal with things that are way worse than Twitter. But when you don't know Twitter, you will get steamrolled. When you don't know social media, not to say that Steve Cohen like can't figure that out. I think he figured it out real quick, and next time around he'd be super savvy because he's so fucking smart. He can handle anything. But that initial wave, his daughters, his wife, they all joined Twitter, and they're all like, "Let's have some fun with this like new thing that Dad's doing." And then everyone was like, "Fuck you, die!" And they were like, "Whoa, never mind, delete this real quick." And in our world,
until it isn't.
That's the thing. It was awesome until it's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. And in our world, because we're fucking losers and internet nerds, being on Twitter and like taking the brunt of your shit on Twitter is some stupid badge of honor that we think matters. Like, fucking, of course Steve Cohen deleted his fucking Twitter. He's like, I'm a billionaire. People are being assholes to my wife and kids. I'm just going to get rid of this. It doesn't matter. We need it. We have to deal with it. But everyone being like, oh, what a pussy. Okay, I'm going to go back to like running my fucking hedge fund and my baseball team. I don't need to talk to, Mets man 69 420. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you want to talk to me, you have to go through my 3 fucking assistants first.
Right.
Like I have a firewall set up. Don't ever fucking think that you can say something to me and I'm going to read it. No shot.
Never happening.
No
Never fucking happening again. But I mean, and he's like, you really can tell that he's not guilty by the fact that he was like on Twitter chopping it up. Like if you were doing some dirty finance shit, would you be out there just being like talking about it and hanging out and being like, look, take a look at this, guys. Like I think the fact that he was even in the mix at all is the biggest piece of evidence he did nothing. And then telling Dave, like, let's take this offline. Yeah, okay. Okay, Steve. Like put down the phone and be done with this. There's no offline. Just be done with all of these fucking assholes. Think about Steve Cohen wasting a millisecond of his life on Eric Nathan. It's insanity to even consider that that's something he should tolerate.
I think it's also like asking Dave to go offline is it represents a distinct lack of knowledge about what Barstool is, which I think is a good thing as well. Because I've made a similar request to Dave. Let's call it 10 years ago on a snow day. And Dave wrote a blog about how I was a pussy for not showing up to work that day. And I sent a picture of the street where I was just like, dude, all the cars on my street are buried. It's been snowing for 72 hours. Like there's no plow, there's no nothing. and he wrote a blog ripping me, and I was like a younger employee, an exceptionally young employee, and I was just like, yo, like you're making people hate me. Could you just like
Stop.
if you just talk to me, like, can we just talk about how like I can't move?
You probably added that to the blog.
Added it. Like, right away. Like, I just like I can't do like I'm sorry. I feel really awful about this, but I can't do anything to fix it. And I feel like Cohen's kind of saying like, look, man, I'm just helping a buddy out. Like if you want,
Yeah, like when he said to him, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "No, I didn't tell them to like halt trading. No, I'm not behind the biggest fucking scandal ever. Like, let's just talk about this." I was like, "Okay, that's the words of an innocent man who doesn't know Twitter and doesn't know Barstool." And I'm like, "Good. Go back to that. Go back to the shadows where you were and just be a fucking puppet master in the dark. Don't spend your time tweeting at assholes like me. Come on, man. Let's go."
it is such a difficult revelation of life when you have to like talk about yourself like that. We're like, don't waste your time with people like me.
I'm a nobody. I'm no one.
Worthless. I'm just going to bring you sadness and fucking perilous moments. Leave me alone. Do not acknowledge me with moments of interest at all. Spit on me if you see me on the street, and fucking probably have my coworkers assassinated. That's how worthless we are.
Garbage. Yeah, have one of your henchmen fucking murder me. I don't deserve to be in your presence. I don't deserve to even be a Mets fan and have any sort of success on your coattails. So kill me now and throw me in the sewer. Thanks a lot, Steve. All right, let's talk about we got Super Bowl week here, and obviously the big initiative for Barstool is Surviving Barstool, our reality TV show. So we got to talk about it. It's brought to you by the Bose Sport earbuds. Bose sent me over some sport earbuds, and they also sent me a weighted mask, the weighted eye mask, which is so relaxing.
Hang on a second here.
Oh yeah.
I'm upset about the headphones that I didn't get, but I'm furious about the eye mask I didn't get.
Oh yeah, they sent both, buddy. So I got the headphones right here. Comes in this nice little package. I'm trying to open it up with my headphones on, with my eye mask on. Look at this. This is sleek. This is dope. We'll pop the top here. So the earbuds will stay comfortable for hours. They'll stay in place. This little thing slides up here.
Oh, that's
sleek. That's sleek. I was trying to yank it open. I couldn't get it. It's because this is some like new age shit. Just like yoink. Pop the earbuds in, and it hooks around. And next thing you know, you are good to go. I mean, look at this. Your boy is set. I got the noise canceling. John, I hope you're not talking right now because I wouldn't be able to hear you if you were. I got the weighted mask on. I could just lay in bed and just chill out. Even if I was sleeping in the Barstool office for 7 straight nights, I'd be able to just relax with my Bose earbuds and my sleep mask. So it's all about being comfortable and functional, just like everything else in the world today, right? And the most important thing that's comfortable and functional is your earbuds. So that's where the Bose sport earbuds come in. They fit your ear perfect. They stay in whether you're running, riding a bike, lifting, whatever. They'll stay put. So whether you're listening to your music or KFC radio, your favorite podcast, you get the premium sound. They have acoustic ports and drivers that make your music and your sound clear, balanced, whether you listen to it loud, whether you listen to it soft, whether you're running around, whether you're still, quality sound. You'll see NFL athletes rocking these, like on the practice field, on the sidelines.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as soon as you started that read, I was like, well, I'm doing a podcast with Russell Wilson now.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Unlimited, right? Patrick Mahomes rocks them too. So whatever Patrick Mahomes is doing, I mean, if Patrick Mahomes says to do something, go do it. You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes is not doing anything for the money anymore, pal. If he says he likes it, he likes it, because otherwise he's got $500 million coming to him in every other way. So the Bose Sport earpods, the way to go. Also get yourself the the weighted mask for full comfort. Go to Bose.com/Barstool. That's Bose.com/Barstool. Buy your own Bose Sport earbuds and be like Patrick Mahomes. Do you want to be like Patrick Mahomes? I want to be like Patrick Mahomes.
Kevin,
Patrick Mahomes. Go to Bose.com/Barstool.
I think Patrick Mahomes is too unattainable. That's like being like God. No, not being like God. Maybe being like Jesus Christ, the right hand of the Lord. The Lord is obviously Tom Brady. But I think maybe be like me and you.
Yes.
It's not something to strive for, but it's at least something you can get to.
Definitely. And
Right?
and then you can move on to bigger and better things. Like maybe eventually you can get to be Patrick Mahomes. But first, be like us.
Right, yeah.
That's step one. And then
But also, you can't get to be like Patrick Mahomes. You can have the same headphones as Patrick Mahomes. You can't get to be like him, but you can get. I mean, you can be us pretty easy.
definitely. You could be us and surpass us within like a week.
I think that's one of my favorite Stephen A. Smith quotes, who I love to death. But I think Stephen A. Smith said, like, kids grow up and they want to be LeBron James. You can't be LeBron James, but you can be Stephen A. Smith.
Right. It's attainable. And then you know what I would argue? I don't know anymore. I think there's only one Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, that's true.
He's fucking awesome. He is a legend, dude. We got legends in the making here for Surviving Barstool. By the time you listen to this, 2 episodes will have aired. We, at the moment, have only seen one. But the Cowboy, the glue guy, White Sox Dave, with just an all-time performance. Fights, you were on the after show with me last night. So if you guys tuned into that, because a fuck ton of people did, I apologize if we're repeating ourselves. But for the people who didn't see, we got to talk about it on KFC Radio. Cowboy trying to trick the audience, trying to trick his contestants with his handwriting, trying to talk his way into sticking around when he had like absolutely no shot. It was a tough scene. But he was the star. So that's the trade-off. He's fucking absolutely gone and didn't even come close to competing for the $10,000, but he is the star of episode 1. So, you know.
Is he still here?
Right. Yeah. Well, he's still, he's here like, cause he's part of the jury now. So you get voted off, but you're like you're still part of the show. You can't win, but you're part of the show.
Right. But I mean, like right now, as we film this on a Monday, is he in New York City?
I think so.
No, he flew out on Saturday. He's flying back on Thursday for the.
Okay. So he's gone, but he'll be back.
This is, dude. I mean, I love Dave. Dave, he cracks me up, is what we'll say. We haven't had many arguments, but I remember having an argument about when he did he's going to chain himself to the statue outside. And then I did it with Taylor Swift.
Right.
It was like a whole thing. And so that's honestly probably the most interaction I've had with Dave. This is the most I've ever liked him. Like, he was killing me on this show. Again, as I said on the after show last night, I do not buy the baloney that it was a sleepwalk. It was the blackout. It was like I slept walk.
He said it was the first time in 4 or 5 years that it happened. If it happens like, once a month, I would be like, all right, this happens all the time. The one night that you happen to be like, hey guys, we're locked into this wacky situation. Let's party and get shit-faced. Also happens to be the night you do weird things wandering around in the dark. Yeah, okay, bud.
Yeah.
Shit-faced.
You shit-faced. I believe he was found on the subway, right? That's where he came out of it.
That I don't know. Like he said he was like halfway across the city, but then I don't think he was, because I don't think he would be able to get back in the building. So I think he was just down in the lobby, because I don't think he had, like, if he had his key card, he would be able to just get back in, period.
Right. Wait, hang on. So Nick got him, right? But Nick got him from in the lobby, not from outside?
Correct, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. The footage they showed was him, like, letting him back into the office, not even, like, into the building.
But that's the only footage we have.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know. Nick,
I think he was outside.
Because his feet were filthy. But
right.
Your feet could also get filthy from just walking around his office, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if he propped the door open like downstairs, but he definitely doesn't have a key card since he's not in New York. We wouldn't give him one. So he may have like propped the outside door open, not realizing he can't get in once he gets like up the elevator.
If I had to guess, Nick just let him. Nick got him in from outside.
Right. It is either way. Trying to play that card is ridiculous.
It's an all but I get it. Like there are nights when I've gotten like super fucked up and then I try and say the next day, like, ooh, I think I got food poisoning.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had 6 glasses of fucking whiskey. That's what happened.
Flight home from New Orleans, I was so hungover and so sick where I was like puking, shitting, sweating, and I was like, this is something else. And everyone was like, no, it's not. You spent 4 days in New Orleans. This is your body like reacting to that. I was like, no, I'm sick, man. Girls do that all the time. No girl has ever been drunk or hungover. It's always like, no, this, that. I didn't have dinner. Whatever. It's like
I have a migraine right now.
Right.
It's a headache.
I'm over.
My favorite one ever of one of those is coming home from Freakness once, and my buddy the entire time in the back seat was trying to convince us that he had swine flu. And he was like so sick. He's laying in the back seat of the I fucking forget about my stories. I might have told this one already too. But he's laying in the back seat of the car the whole drive home, and he's Googling airports, being like, seeing if there's a time where he can we perfectly sync up on our drive back from DC, and he can get to an airport and land in before. Yeah. And we're going through. We keep not having any layover or any time to link up, and then eventually my friend gets a call from his girlfriend on the phone, and she's in tears, and she's like, my friend's brother just committed suicide, and my buddy in the back seat just goes, "Ugh, so jealous." And we immediately, my buddy, the girlfriend was on speakerphone, and it was a flip phone, so it was like an immediate slap close, like, what the fuck, man? And then she had to call back, and she's like, was that just I'm so jealous I heard? We were going over the George Washington Bridge, and then he got defensive about saying that. He's like, well, if you're going to be mad, fine, just pull over. I'll just jump off.
I'll prove it. I'll fucking prove it. I'll put my money where I'm at. I'll kill myself.
And Kevin, I'll tell you this. You know the friend who said it.
Yeah.
You've met him.
I can probably guess. Oh, my God.
He didn't even miss a beat. It was weeping. My friend committed suicide. And guess what? At the end of the day, he did have swine flu.
Wow. All-time twist.
He thought he was faking. He's hung over. No, he had swine flu.
Holy shit. That's fucking funny that he did have swine flu. Oh my God. Characters, man. Fucking characters everywhere. I love it. I mean, some people surviving Barstool are upset this morning being like, Cowboys gone, so's all the fun. Au contraire, my friends. Episode 2, which will have already aired. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Is the most awkward thing in the world.
See, I haven't seen it. I don't even know what you're talking about, but boy, am I excited.
It's awkward. It is, you get a lot of behind the scenes footage, a lot of people talking.
Have you seen the episode, or do you just know what?
I seen a clip of it. Logan did send it to me, so I'll watch it before it airs tonight. But I know where it's going and what happened and who it's focused on, and my skin is already crawling just thinking about it. And this is where the villains start. It's Surviving Barstool is the real fucking deal. Trending on Twitter last night. Got 100,000 views on the live watch. The after show had 5,000 concurrence at a time. So a lot of people watching. I'm getting messages from people being like, my family is watching, my mom was watching, shit that people outside the bubble and outside the demo are watching. So we did a real full-blown reality show. Part of me is thinking maybe we should have done it week to week because it is such a success to bang it all out in 1 week. It's going to be an awesome week. But it's also I think people would have waited a week in between each of these episodes. They're that good. So this week is sure to be like big time Barstool fireworks with the rest of these. Oh, John, episode 2. I can't wait to do the after show with you. It's gonna be great.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what is one of the weird things with reality TV is what Trista now is like. I didn't feel like she looked like a villain last night by any stretch of the imagination, but this morning her tweet was befuddling.
The one about The Office?
Like, no one's here. Trista, first of all, I'm not going in at any point, clearly, but it was 7:50 in the morning.
Pre 8 a.m. with 18 inches of snow on the ground. No one's in the office. No fucking kidding. No one's gonna be in the office ever at that hour. And no one's going to be in the whole day when there's a goddamn historic snowstorm. You dumb bitch.
I don't even care about the snowstorm.
7:50. You've never been. No one except for Barstool Breakfast has ever been in the office pre 8 a.m.
If non-Barstool Breakfast is like 10 a.m.
And that's the other thing. There is no radio. So no one would be there. There'd be no reason. That's like if I went at 3 a.m. and I was like, no one's here. There's no reason for anyone to be here.
I understand it's a pretty late hour. It's not the time most people go to work. We fucking have different jobs. I don't know what to tell you. Right. But I'm very rarely am I at the office before 10 a.m. If fucking ever.
There's no reason for it. And then there's some obsession people have. It happens at Barstool. It happens at other offices too. Like when you're the only one there, you feel the need to tell people, to show people. It's I got to send a tweet because I got to show you how I'm up early or whatever it is. It's the rise and grind type Twitter. Like I got to show you that I'm working harder, working later, up earlier, whatever, because it sucks and you need to get some sort of recognition. Any sort of credit you can get, you'll fucking take it. It's the lamest thing in the world.
That's some dad shit. That's some fucking dad shit where you're like, oh, I mean, like, as someone who lived at home during quarantine during the hard quarantine, and like my dad would regularly be like, just getting up.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we have different jobs, okay? Like, yeah, I was up until 2:00 in the morning doing some other shit. Now I'm sleeping till this. And guess what, motherfucker? You're going to be asleep on the couch at 2 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, my dad goes to bed, like, to sleep at 7 p.m. It's in the summertime, the goddamn sun is still out. And he's like, well, that's it for me. And I'm like, oh, you going to go, like, watch a movie in bed? He's like, no, I'm going to sleep. Like, what? And then he's up at, like, 3:30 or some shit. I'm like, why do you live this way? What's the fucking point, dude? Yeah, so, yeah, Trista's by no means the villain. And I don't really even know who, but I do believe after episode 2 airs, you'll know the villain or villains. I think that will be established. So
now, how do you think? I don't know who the villains are, but how do you think the villains will be accepted into the media, into the zeitgeist? Like, are we going to be like, oh, they're fucking dickheads, or they're going to be like, well, they're just playing the game?
See, I told the whole group, the whole crew, all the people on the show, like, good job on surviving Barstool. Now it's time to surviving Barstool, because reality shows, villains and whatnot are not made during the filming. It's made during the airing. Yes. That's when, the bitchy bachelorette is exposed. That's when the asshole like Chad on The Bachelor is exposed. Like, that's when people start to tweet you and hate you and take sides. And if you thought you had problems with somebody now, think about when you have, half the internet is rallying against you and saying how much they love them. I don't know. I don't think, at least the contestants, except for Tommy, didn't have much Survivor experience. The audience, I think, does have more, though. So I think there will be respect for the game. It all depends on whether or not you really care about, Survivor and have history with it, because you'll respect some of the sneaky moves. If you don't, you're just like, oh, well, that you're just being an asshole. But it's like, that's how that's how you win the fucking show. So
it is also weird too, because I would be someone who would very quickly be like, fuck that person, they're an asshole, I hate them, watching a show where I don't know the contestants.
Right.
And now watching a show where I personally know the contestants have a connection with almost all of them.
And a lot of people do.
You're just gaming, man. That's just what happens.
Right. A lot of I feel like you know, a lot of fans like somebody who's going to be fucked over, but they also might listen to the podcast of the person who's doing the fucking over. So you're going to have like reasons to take your sides outside of just what you see on the show. But yeah, it's only going to get worse. So we're going to do our top 5 today in honor of surviving Barstool. We're going to do the top 5 reality TV show villains in honor of surviving Barstool and whoever the villains are that air that come to be after tonight's episode. It's brought to you by Olipop. You know me. I am like a full-blown soda addict. Like, I drink Coke. I drink soda like a child. And I know how fucking bad it is. Like, I know that if I just stopped drinking it, I would be infinitely healthier. But I haven't been able to find something that gives me that same level of satisfaction. That's where Olipop comes in. I never believe any like, oh, this tastes just like this, or you're never going to be able to tell the difference. You can like always tell the difference. This reminds me of the real thing. They have several flavors, all got the carbonation, all the perfect replacement for the soda that's going to rot your teeth and your bones and make you fat. It's a new kind of soda. It tastes just like the ones that we all grew up with, but without the artificial ingredients, without all the sugar. They've got like all the classic flavors. They've got cola. They've got root beer if you like it. Orange soda, fire.
Whoa.
Disgusting. Root beer, cream soda, both disgusting.
Cream soda, I'm with you on. I don't know why. I don't know why they get lumped together.
They do though. Yeah. I don't know why either. But it's
wrong. Cream soda, you're right. Garbage, terrible, hate it, fuck it. But a nice root beer.
Ugh.
I don't drink a lot of soda, except if it's in my fridge and I steal it from my girlfriend. She gets really mad.
Well,
I never buy my own. Never buy my own soda. This I'll fuck with.
Yeah, this is a good replacement that's going to make you it's not going to leave you desiring the regular soda. They also have cherry vanilla and strawberry vanilla if you're down to get if you want to get down with some of those wacky flavors. So I just like that good old cola, and I like the orange. I like a good orange soda. Also, I feel like it's easier to replace something like orange. The cola is tough because like a lot of people, we've all been drinking that flavor for a long time, so you really have your preferences. And orange soda is like, as long as it's got some orange flavoring, you're going to like it. So Olipop has 90% less sugar than the leading soda brands. 90. It's not full of corn syrup. It's not full of sugar, artificial ingredients like aspartame. It's all natural, and it's actually good for you. And you're going to love the products. They offer a 100% money-back guarantee. They are so sure you're going to love it. So if you order through their website, you got the 100% money-back guarantee. You can get that refund if you don't like it. Plus, there's an extra deal. You get 20% off when you use the code KFC. So go to Drink Olipop. That's DrinkOlipop.com/KFC. And then use the code KFC at checkout. And you'll get 20% off your Olipop order. It can be found in 5,000 stores across the country, including Kroger, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and Wegmans. So you can get it there as well. Or go to drinkolipop.com/KFC, code KFC for 20% off. All right, top 5 reality show villains. I'm going to go first because I have to get this one on my team. New York from Flavor of Love and then her own spinoff, I Love New York, was just the baddest bitch in the game. I Love New York, or rather Flavor of Love, was just a force to be reckoned with. It's before a lot of people's time here, but back when the whole what?
What's so crazy to me is I've obviously heard of these shows. I couldn't even tell you like one thing Flavor of Love. What's in New York? I don't even know one thing she did to be a villain. I know what she looks like because I've seen the gifs and stuff, but I don't even know. Give me a little taste.
Because there was like, at that point, everyone took reality shows really seriously. They were all just like It was like the first generation of them, where it was like Real World and Survivor and like the vote off shows. And then VH1 came along and were like, we're going to make Flava Flav the prize to be won. And we're just going to fucking populate this shit with ratchet hoes. I mean, New York was spitting on people and like throwing champagne glasses out them and shit. Like all the while being like acting like Flava Flav was like this fucking Adonis to be won. It was some ratchet shit, and she was as ghetto as they fucking come. And there was some like white girl. I think her name was like Sweetness or something like cute.
Pumpkin.
Oh
yeah.
And Pumpkin went like kind of the distance. It was like New York, Pumpkin, and Hoops. Hoops was pretty hot, I think. And then Pumpkin was in the mix, and she was white, and she made it pretty far. And you can imagine how like a blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl is gonna fare against a chick like New York, who's like, you shouldn't even be here in the first place. It was some gangster shit. I would like, she's like the last person on earth I would fuck with.
The very last?
Like the very fucking
But
last.
so she just spits on people? Like, because guess what?
I mean, maybe she's at the top of my list for who I want to fuck with. Depends on if I want to fuck with you or if I want to fuck with you. But she's just, like a mean, sassy black chick to me is like the scariest goddamn thing in the world. And she was that chick. She was like, because all the villains up until that point were like, still put together. And then she just came in with like all the ratchetness. It was a special scene on New York. I love New York. What a fucking bitch she was. Her mom too. Oh my God. Her mom made appearances and her mom was fucking, it was like, she's the final boss. Like once you get through New York, you got to go to Mama New York and she's even worse. It's crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy shit.
Okay. So I am going to be honest and open here. I was going to like try and look up reality villains and just pretend I'd watched the shows that I haven't watched. So I am not a big reality TV guy. I do not know a lot of reality TV. So what I'm going to go with is what's more reality TV than reality? Number one, I'm going between Dave Portnoy and Donald Trump. One's going to be one, one's going to be two. I'm going Portnoy one.
Yes, that's a good pick. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. Yep. That is, I mean, Dave is, the thing about Dave, he is such a villain because he's doing it like it's pure villainy, pure villainous behavior, Like he hams it up for the camera, but it's also like he would behave the exact same way if there were no cameras on. He's just that much of an asshole.
But entertaining. That's the important part of being a reality villain is you can be a dick, but you still got to be entertaining.
Yep.
He's got them both in spades. I mean, how could it be anyone other than Dave Portnoy? And you know what? The number one reason he took the one spot is with radio ending on Friday. There are people doing a lot of rehashing and retweeting older videos. Him with Avocado Ross, where he just knew right away, where he was just like, get a camera in here. We need a camera right now
We're gonna bury this guy. Yeah.
We're about to start arguing about something stupid.
Yep.
Get it in here. And I believe that the resolution in that entire thing was that it just wasn't the same guy, right?
No, yeah, it was a total mix-up.
Like, that dude was just incredibly confused.
It was a harmless miscommunication that just absolutely buried this kid's like life.
It's not even a miscommunication. Like, he was just wrong. Like, that wasn't a picture of you, dude.
Right. Oh, right. That's what it was.
Like, no one reached out to him and said, like, hey, this, like, no one from us, at least. But, like, it just wasn't you.
And, like, as a matter of fact, now you just shot yourself in the foot because, like, you no one was ever going to accuse this of you until you did it to your fucking self. Right. The biggest villain move Dave Portnoy ever had. I don't think he can ever beat this either. It's so little known. It doesn't really get enough credit because, like, people will think of his rivalries and his fights and some of those quotes. To me, the biggest villain quote ever. On the radio, I once said to him, I was like, nobody has ever sold out faster than you. Nobody has ever forgotten where they came from quicker than you. No one has ever gotten their money and turned from like a regular guy into a rich like asshole faster than you. And he was like, I mean, dead straight face, dead honest, didn't have to spin it, wasn't trying to be funny. He was just like, I was always that guy. I just didn't have the money. I was faking it back then. I don't like those people. I don't want to be a common man. I don't want to be around those people at Fenway and at the bars. I just didn't have the money to back it up. Now that I have the money, I can be my true self, which is not the common man. And I was like, what? 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 Like this whole common man. It's honestly, it's so like Donald Trump. Like, do you realize that on Friday, whenever that was during the Steve Cohen battle, Dave had motherfuckers being like, Dave Portnoy for the common man. Dave Portnoy is worth $250 million and acts like he's worth $100 billion. He pisses down the throat of the common man now. It's straight up Donald Trump being a populist, being for like the blue collar. Like, how are you people buying this whole shtick? He's telling you, he's saying to your face, he hates you. It's crazy.
It was, and I'll be honest, there was so much that initially got me hooked into Barstool, but the one like the About Us, where it was like, we're the guys who will sit outside in the snow waiting for Pat's playoff tickets. And
one time he did that. One time he waited online for tickets, and in his head, he became like Robin Hood. It's crazy.
And I'll be honest, if we're talking about like what got me hooked into Barstool, and if you're a sellout, I'm not waiting in line for tickets anymore.
No, but that's the thing. I don't think
if it's snowing a lot, I better have a box, Kevin.
Yeah. I don't even want to leave my house. I want to stay in my silk jammies.
I am kidding about that one because it is the most fun the most fun I've ever had at playoff games are two where the worst seats I've ever had in my life, both up in the 300s, and it was Pats Broncos, Pats Colts, Deflategate game. So still quite recently, you'll catch me in the fucking cheap seats. I don't care.
Yeah, no, you're a real one. I don't think I was ever really that guy. I mean, I agree that the best times I've ever had are more with like the real people. But I'm also the type to be like, I'm not gonna go all that way. This is the cold for me. I don't mind I don't have to be like the view doesn't have to be good. I just don't like sitting in fucking brutal weather.
I think one of the more underestimated things, particularly in hockey, is that the bad seats are the better view.
A good seat, yeah.
The good seat, like in hockey in particular,
you're up on the gas. It's terrible.
We have season tickets like behind the Bruins bench, and not like my dad does, and like they're good seats. But then when we did like the Blues, when we were going back and forth with all the Stanley Cup games, and we were always sitting up top, I was like, this is just a better view. Like I'm just gonna say what it is. This is a better view up here.
Yeah, no, 100%. But the persona that goes along with it all. Yeah, all right. So you're gonna go. So Portnoy edges Donald Trump.
I think he does because I truly think he does, and
I mean, I guess you can consider Donald Trump's entire career, but if you think about his run as president, it's like a third of the time that Dave has been out here doing it. So. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, Trump's been doing it for 30.
That's what I mean. If you want to consider Trump you
know what? He actually might be number. Fuck.
You switch it.
Do you remember when he used to call the New York Post? I forget what his name was, but he would be his own guy. And he'd be talking about Donald Trump. And he would just like feed them stories, and they were just like, "This is Donald Trump."
You remember? Oh, what was the other thing? That time it was the time that he got a bunch of people to fucking riot and take down the U.S. Capitol. Remember that time? Remember that time?
Wait, there's an entire Wikipedia of pseudonyms he's used.
Give me some of the names.
John Barron, John Miller, Carolyn Gallego.
Switching up. I like that one.
I would kill a human to hear the recording of that. Just Trump trying to sound like a woman.
Oh, he was speaking. Oh, I thought it was like, oh my God, Carol.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I opened the Wikipedia tab. A 1992 letter to New York Magazine signed by Carolyn Gallego replied to an article.
Wait a minute. By the way, okay, so John Barron is just like Barron Trump mixed with, what's the J? Is it Donald? What's the
Definitely
J?
Donald J. Trump. I do not know what it's.
Right, so it's probably like my middle name mixed with like my kid's name. Carolyn.
John Trump. So yes, Barron.
Yeah.
But I don't think Barron was born yet. I think it's just a name he liked. I think he named Barron after John Barron.
Absolutely. Gallego is just Mar-a-Lago mixed up. He was probably looking at a Mar-a-Lago sign and was like, Gallego. While some woman named Carolyn cleaned his toilets.
So yeah, John Barron was the 80s. John Miller was 1991. Carolyn Gallego was 1992. And David Dennison is 2016.
I mean, I'm sure he's been doing it even, right now. It's actually kind of surprising. I thought we'd have more like Trump updates. I guess because he's banned on Twitter and shit, but like we haven't even seen like he's been spotted here or going there. I wonder if that's because people are keeping their mouths shut or if he's like just chilling. Like
no, he's just chilling at Mar-a-Lago. What's his name?
Like he's not going anywhere.
No, he's a GOP leader. I forget his first name. It's Kevin McCarthy, I think. He was just down at Mar-a-Lago and they tweeted a picture of them. But it is also weird seeing that. This is a completely different conversation. But how either A, easy, or B, impossible it is to quote unquote silence someone. We're like yes, by taking him off social media, you have silenced Donald Trump, and that is something that people complain about and all that stuff, and it's censorship. But then you have like Josh Hawley, what's his name, the Missouri guy.
You know this shit better than I do, to be honest.
It's John. I think it's Howley, whatever. The guy who has like the picture of like the fist up outside the insurrectionist, where he keeps just using massive platforms to complain about censorship. So like either A, you just make someone delete their Twitter and they're like, oh yeah, I don't really care that much. So
yeah.
Or if like you still want to really make it about you, it's also very easy to not be censored.
There'll always be some platform that'll take you. Tim Dillon had a fucking funny bit on his show this week talking about what if you start deplatforming in real life? Like your dad, you're at the dinner table and you're like, Dad, you've been deplatformed. all I said was that you need to lose some weight. Yeah, I know that's insensitive and you've been deplatformed from the dinner. All right, I'll go 2 and 3 then. We'll do it snake style. Okay. I'm gonna go with.
Sorry to interrupt real quick.
Yep.
I just have to also say with Donald Trump, he's such a villain that even like people who knew it was bad were like, it's the Darren Ravel tweet. I feel terrible for this country, but this is great content.
Yeah.
Really don't like the guy, but you have to give credit where it's due.
Yep.
A great reality villain.
Right. I'm gonna go Spencer Pratt. Not as much of a villain. I mean, he's definitely a villain, but I just think of him as like the biggest asshole in the world. I think a lot of times with villain, you have to like win or be the best or be smart with it. Usually, I feel like, especially with the challenges shows, villain is said with an air of respect almost, where it's like you got to watch out for that guy. Spencer Pratt was just a cocksucker. I respect him from a business point of view because I think he was like, well, I can make a shit ton of money with my girlfriend if we're assholes, so I'm just going to do that. But I do think he's also just kind of a dickhead in real life too. So I think I'm gonna, unless you want Heidi Montag, I think Spencer and Heidi are kind of a joint package. But they probably were the original, just vapid, selfish, materialistic assholes. Where it was just like, we are pretty and we are hot and we hate you if you're poor. It's like, okay, all right, we get it. Pretty straightforward. And for my third pick, I'm looking at a couple lists here of things. It's crazy how many reality shows there are because like everybody's got like a show in some sense. Like I wasn't even thinking of this, but I just saw his name and I think I got to take him. Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell's a good one.
He's not like a competitor and a backstabber.
Simon Cowell might be the best one.
Yeah, like he considering his run. Here's what I think. Here's why I think he might be number one: the longevity and the like pervasiveness of it all. Like if you say, if I say to you, you're the Simon Cowell in this show, you know exactly what it means. You be the Randy Johnson and you be the Randy Jackson, you be the Simon Cowell. And even that, I kind of remembered Randy, couldn't really remember it, but Simon Cowell, and that means you be a blunt asshole no matter what the situation is. And so like he became almost like a verb in a way, like you're being a Simon, you're pulling a Simon.
And then you saying this is making me think back to the Sunny episode where they all did it.
Yeah.
And Sweet Tea was Paul Abdul, who was just drunk the whole time.
Shit face forever.
Frank was fucking Randy Jackson. Come on, dog. And then Sweet Tea was shit face. And I imagine it was Dennis who was climbing that.
Yep. I mean, by the way, Paul Abdul, if you haven't seen that or you don't remember it, she was shit-faced on air. Like,
see, I don't, because I only did
Rick, can you
American Idol
pull
like
that up?
once.
You got to see this. It's not like, oh, Paul is like being a little funny. Like, it's almost Joe Namath type shit where you're like, she's like, honey, at least maybe, well, this will be interesting to see if we pull it up. Maybe I've made this bigger than it is in my head, but I'm pretty sure she's like, you are going to be great no matter what happens. You are a star. I was like, I mean, I guess at that point, American Idol can't just like cancel a show. They had like 50 million viewers a night, but how anybody put that on the air, or maybe that's them going, put this on the air. Paul Abdul is shit face. Let's go.
I remember the first time I really realized how people think, how like the people in the industry think about that was Erin Andrews and Richard Sherman. And I was like, someone at NBC is like, cut the feed when he's just like screaming at her, kind of, or screaming at the world, but she's there. I forget even who he was yelling at. And then like someone replied, like, I'm a producer. I would never in a million years tell them to cut this. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, that's what you want.
I think as long as you're not like, that's the intrigue, that's the drama. Like, as long as there's not like something horrendously gruesome to look at, I think you gotta fucking let it roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So so Spencer and Simon.
Okay. My number 3, I'm gonna go Brad Marchand.
Well, wait, hang on. Let's do Paula first.
Okay.
I mean, that was like shit face where she's like, I don't even know what's going on. So you know what though? Like, let Paula live. I feel like if that came out during our Barstool time, I would have defended her. I would have been like, who amongst us? Who amongst us?
Who hasn't been drunk at 9:00 in the morning on fucking Fox?
Yo, speaking of Fox, by the way, do you remember that guy Greg Kelly, the dude on Good Day New York, who used to like have our back? Remember when when we got banned from Roseland, and he did an interview that was like watch out, that barricade like might fall over because it's anarchy. He was just like a local. It was Rosanna Scotto and Greg Kelly, and his brother I think was the police commissioner, and he was always just like a cool dude who like had our back. And then he went full like broken brain Trump, and his like the last thing he went viral for like a week ago, he was like, I wish Joe Biden the worst. And you're allowed to do that, by the way. You can wish people the absolute worst. And I do that for Joe Biden. So like, I hope everything goes extremely poorly for him. And I was like, I don't think you can do that when it's when like the fate of our country is all tied into it. I don't think you can.
I mean, it flies directly in the face of the letter that goes viral every presidential election.
Yes. Yep.
When George H.W. left a letter for Clinton being like, I'm rooting for you. Your success is our country's success. Like, let's do it. And dude, as a guy who's a fucking Trump hater, that was my first blog after I got elected. It was me and Chappelle. When Chappelle had like the SNL, we're like, look, I'm rooting for the guy.
Right.
And I had a blog where I was like, I was condemning the protest the election night, where it was just, I was like, look, nothing's even happened yet. Let's see how it goes.
Right.
Me and Chappelle both ended up being wrong.
On the wrong side of history.
But I like
your heart. Your heart was in the right place. You just didn't have much foresight on that one. All right. What'd you say, Brad Marchand?
Brad Marchand. Yeah. I mean,
that GIF that you just posted the other day. It's something like who's a pest or something like that.
Who's the pest?
Yeah.
It is. Brad Marchand's such a great villain because he is exceptionally talented. He is a top 10 player in the NHL.
Yep.
And people only think of him as a motherfucker because he's a motherfucker. because he licks people.
Do you know how good you have to be at being a motherfucker to outweigh all your talent when you have the level of talent he has? It's crazy.
like a legitimate top 10 player in the NHL. I remember, and I didn't think that when he signed his contract. I thought he was good, no doubt. But I just didn't think of him that well on that level. And then I had like true blue top 10 NHL players reach out to me being like, how the fuck did you guys get him to sign that contract? He's a top 10 NHL player. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, I didn't even like ask any like player who's played against him. He's a top 10 guy. And he still is like just thought of as a fucking asshole.
Right.
He's unbelievable. I cannot say enough good things about Brad Marchand being bad.
Again, that's the respect level. And everyone's like, he's a villain. He's a pest. It's like, but you want to see him on the ice? No.
I mean, there was an entire thing 2 playoffs ago, maybe 3. He was just licking people's faces.
Licking people's faces. That's awesome.
like it wasn't a one-time incident. He just kept licking people. You're talking about fucking New York spitting on folks. A lick is worse than a spit.
Oh, just a tongue like right across the cheek. For my 4th pick, I'm going OG, the original fucking gangster, Puck. Puck from the Real World, San Francisco.
Puck's, he's a black guy with bleach hair, right?
No, that's Tech.
Oh, okay.
Thinking of Tech. Tech was great. Tech was like a party guy. He was in Van Wilder and like
yeah.
Puck was like an early 90s. I think it was like the very first Real World. I think San Francisco. And he was like almost looked like Billy Idol kind of, like bleached short hair, tattoos everywhere. But I think he got kicked off. So he was like the first guy to like get kicked off because I think he made fun of the dude who was gay with AIDS. He hated everybody. Yeah, Pedro he was openly gay and had AIDS, and I think Puck was like dropping F-bombs and like making fun of him. I think he was just a real piece of shit. Yeah, let me see. Puck, the Real World, San Francisco. When his relationship with roommate HIV positive Pedro Zamora hit a boiling point that almost sent Zamora running for the house, Puck was evicted. So like he refused to take showers, so he stunk. So he was unwashed, and which honestly probably was the main reason. I bet you they were like, you're a real fucking asshole, but we did sign up for that. We didn't sign up to hang out with like a homeless person who stinks. I think like making fun of the terminally ill AIDS patient might have been the breaking point. So OG villain Puck.
Okay, Puck. All right. See, now I actually do have. So I have 3 names I want to use. I only have 2 more to go.
Okay.
One of them I don't even remember if she was a villain. I just remember she had a stupid name. So I guess I'm gonna just do it. And I honestly, this might get ratioed and I might get crushed. But Trishelle from Vegas, I think she was. I don't really remember. I just remember that was the only season of like Real World I was like heavily invested in as a kid. I remember like wanting to fuck her.
Vegas. I think the thing about Real World Las Vegas was everyone was just like shit faced all the time. And
Yeah.
I don't know if she was a villain, but they were all just like selfish assholes. You know what I mean? They were all. Let me see. I think the Miz was in that one, but I might be wrong. No,
that was Miz?
So this had Arissa, Frank, Bryn, Alton, Steven, Irulan, and Trishelle. And I just remember Trishelle being like, she was kind of the hot one. I'm reading her bio here though.
She was also the hot one by like late 90s, early 2000s. What year was it?
This was 2002.
2002. Okay, so like by like 2002 standards, I don't even remember exactly what she looked like. I remember she just had like the Brianna Banks boobs, where it was just like,
yeah, it was like true bolt-on tits. Yep. Yeah. She. I think she was more just like the hot, selfish girl than necessarily, because I don't think she was like smart enough to be the villain. But that's the beauty of the villain. You can either be like the smart, conniving kind, or you can just be like the dumb, brainless kind. But
also, I take back.
By the way, when you have a
weapon.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I think by my standards, she could get it whenever, whatever age, whatever time period. But also, you know what really helps? That name. Trishelle, you're going to be a hot, slutty chick. Or like maybe not slutty, but like you're going to bring the heat in bed.
Malcolm Gladwell in The Tipping Point has a theory, I suppose, about how your name really predicts your future. Because I think the example he uses in the book is that classrooms are usually set up in alphabetical order. And therefore, if you have a name, you sit in the front because that's just where you're assigned. And if you're sitting in the front, you are more prone to pay attention and that kind of shit. Whereas like everyone with a bad name is in the back. Trishelle doesn't really factor into any of that. Although I guess, you probably end up towards the back of it. But Trishelle, like you have one option for your life if your name is Trishelle. And it's kind of being the drunk chick with fake tits on Real World.
Yeah. Like it was either in her, like it was either be like a stripper or a porn star or Real World. Now that's up to you whether she like if you're gonna do Real World, you might as well just go do the real thing, you know? Like I can't say like, well, good for her for making it the Real World instead. She probably should have just gone and been a porn star.
Yeah. And guess what? Trishelle, that option is still open. I'll check it out.
I will onlyfans.com /Real World Trishelle. I'm there, babe. I'm there for you. All right, my final pick here. Well, there's two that I want to pick. One, I don't necessarily think of as a villain. I think more of a just kind of a piece of shit chick. And that's teen mom Farrah Abraham. But the other one is more of a villain. And I believe owns the most villainous single move in TV history. And that's Johnny Bananas when he took the $500,000 for himself and didn't split it with his teammate, which was just like, that'd be like if me and you made it to the final and it was like, Kevin, do you want to split the money or take it? And I was just like, fuck you, man. That money's mine. Farrah Abraham was doing anal on camera while being known as the mom on television.
In a sex swing, Kevin. People rarely use sex swing.
I know. And anal with James Dean, which is like no joke. Like you gotta take a beating if you fuck James Dean. But I think maybe you could throw Farrah as my honorable mention. But I just think for sheer villainry, Johnny Bananas, that move. And I mean he's like the Barry Bonds of reality TV. Like he won, I think, 6 championships and every time had the bullseye on his back and he still just got the job done every time. So as far as true villains, I got to go Johnny Bananas.
See, that kind of has me thinking, by the way, I just feel just like cars aren't allowed on the streets technically. And just watching delivery guys outside pedal is.
I mean, that is. If you're ordering food now, I don't have a problem with it. I would say that you have to give a 2-hour window for delivery, and you have to give like almost a 100% tip.
Yeah,
but you can do it. I mean, this is like people get mad sometimes, but it's like technically this is the time where delivery you want it and need it the most. But no complaining. It might be cold, it might be wrong, it might take half a day to get to you, and you have to double. You have to pay like at least your meal, but I think you can order this. What do you think?
I think you can order, but I think you're also spot on. I was gonna say a 50% tip because guess what? Every time you order food now, it's about $100.
Yeah, you're right.
So
but I mean,
tip is
that is a lot. But and this one, if you order during the peak, it's gonna be real bad. Making people go through 2 feet of snow to deliver your fucking. Like 2 slices of pizza is a real ass.
is real ass. Like I haven't had a car that wasn't a fucking plow go by, and I'm just regularly seeing dudes riding bicycles. it is absurd. But the so my 2 I have right now are you know what? We're gonna workshop this.
Okay.
It's gonna be CT, who I don't think is a villain because he's so beloved. But he was kind of villainous.
Yes.
On the show.
I think
everyone liked him as a villain. It's almost like Tom Brady-esque, where it's like he's a guy who should be detestable because all he does is win, and everyone loves him. And that
he was a villain because A, he was unstoppable. B, he had the accent and he talked like a lot of shit. Yeah. But he was actually like a teddy bear, like a nice guy. And then he had the whole love story with DM, and when she got sick and died, and like it was like you can't say anything bad about CT at that point. He became like this. He was like the most romantic guy in the world. But yeah, I with like a little asterisk to like clarify your definition of villain, I think you can make that call. But it's not a villain like some of these other assholes we're talking about.
Okay, so then I forgot the DM thing. So I'm gonna go with my option B, which is Jose Canseco.
Big time. Got to be the biggest villain in like pro sports, right? Maybe like Ty Cobb. You ever hear that story about Ty Cobb when he like stomped to death on a guy who had Down syndrome? Yeah. Yep. Let me pull that one up. That's either real or an urban legend, but it's definitely a story. Yeah, 103 years ago, Ty Cobb attacked a fan. That was a chick apparently though.
Jesus.
I mean, look at this. I just Googled Ty Cobb stomped to death. There was hang on. I think I found the one I was talking about. But there's Ty Cobb attacked a fan and began choking her. He might have killed her had a catcher not knocked Ty Cobb out cold. There's another link that said, quote, he was afraid I might get killed. Then there was, did Ty Cobb kill a drifter in 1912? Where he allegedly bragged about beating a man to death. But hang on, this is the one because I believe he stomped on him with cleats on. So he was a real class act. As Cobb began beating and stomping the man with those razor-sharp cleats, a crew of his teammates held him at bay. So this was a heckler named Claude Lucker was yelling at him in the stands, and it was the groundskeeper's wife began intervening, and that's when he choked her. Yeah, but he stomped on this dude and like almost killed him.
That reminds me of one of the all-time tweets we got, I believe, on Friday from Bob Ryan.
Wait, real quick. This is what it was. He didn't have hands. He was beating up a guy who didn't have hands. He had lost his hands and his feet in an industrial accident. And they were yelling, Cobb, that man has no hands. And he says, I don't care if you don't got feet. And he went on beating the shit out of him until he almost died, until a cop came and stopped him. Yeah, what did Bob Ryan tweet?
Oh, baby.
It was something like crazy, like Hitler references or something, right? Nazi
Not
references?
quite Hitler references, but close. Hey, Kurt, what Hall of Famer said 12 Swiss Jewish bankers ruled the world, that the last 8 U.S. presidents were traitors, and AIDS was hatched in a Maryland lab in order to kill gays and blacks, and still got 95.82% of the vote? Answer, Steve Carlton. P.S. I voted for him and you
too. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Jesus.
Like,
right.
Is an insane. Like, I actually do. I do believe Kurt Jones should be in the Hall of Fame. I think if he was nicer, he would have been. I don't know about a first ballot, but I mean, Mussina was a first ballot, right?
No, I don't think so.
He wasn't, but Kurt Schilling's better than Mike Mussina. That's just a fucking fact.
Oh yeah, I mean, Kurt Schilling was awesome, and had he been nice to also have the bloody sock, the breaking of the curse, Yankees, Red Sox, but I mean, the Randy Johnson Kurt Schilling duo in Arizona is like arguably the greatest 1-2 combo maybe ever. Like, they just won all 4 games of that World Series. It was just like, I mean, I think there are other.
Didn't Randy Johnson pitch in 3?
Yeah, he pitched 1, 4, and 7. That was the worst. Like, that was so unfair. I think Kurt Schilling started Game 7, and then Randy Johnson came out of the pen. It's like, oh, fuck. But I think their number 3 starter was like Miguel Contreras, Miguel Antero, something like that, who just like sucked. And it was just like, you're here to give them a day-long break.
Right.
And then they will pitch again tomorrow. That's it. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think you should be in there. But boy, Bob Ryan just letting it rip.
Just really bragging. Like, and I do get that in the MLB, it is the one Hall of Fame, I believe, that does have the character clause.
Yeah.
I think it's rather insane to have that.
You know what? I kind of come around on all this. Like, should they overhaul all of it? Yes. I think that there should only be, I think you get to vote one time and one time only. You know, if you're not a Hall of Famer in the first year, why are you a Hall of Famer on the 10th year? Right. I think that it should be either like totally anonymous where you can't get any glory one way or the other, or completely public, like one or the other. This in-between thing doesn't work. A lot of it, you know, if you really want to get down to like the right, having the museum represent the best players. But I think I've now come around on all the chaos. I think I love it. I think I love that there's a character clause. I think that I love that some people are old assholes who like to fuck people over. I love that there's storylines and narratives and like and personal grudges, because I don't know. I don't give a like. I think the rest of the Hall of Fames are completely boring. It's just like, yeah, he's in because he's good.
Like, the NBA is crazy. Like the NBA is one where I just every single person is in. Like,
everybody's in. It's like, I don't know, like Chauncey Billups. Yeah, you're a Hall of Famer. Like the gorilla fucking the Suns mascot. Sure, you're in.
People say that with fucking Dwight Howard, where that he's like a no-brainer Hall of Famer.
A lock. Like a lock.
Like he won defensive player of the year twice. Like what the fuck? That's all. That's trying forever.
He averaged like 15 rebounds a game, like a double-double for like a million years. All these numbers that are like almost like baseball-esque, where it's like, oh yeah, if you get 3,000 hits, like you're in.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man, he fucking sucks. Like he's a cancer that people don't want, and he's a lock for the Hall of Fame. It sucks.
It's why I think it's stunning that Phillip Rivers is considered a no-brainer Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Phil Rivers. Phil Rivers was a very nice player his whole time. But also, Phil Rivers regularly had to play 2 no doubt Hall of Famers, and it was clear that he could just never get through them.
Never overcame them. Yeah.
If you regularly cannot beat the guys who are the Hall of Famers, the Bradys and the fucking Mannings, if you cannot beat them, then you're not in the same class as them.
Right. But I guess that's where the way the NFL does it is like, we didn't say you have to be the best. You don't have to beat those guys. You just got to be like in the same discussion, I guess. That's why baseball is kind of fun. Baseball is like stupid, but at least it's like reality TV. It's like, you know, you become a villain when you vote for nobody and send in your ballot blank and shit like that.
I do agree with you on that too. Like it is stupid, but it's something to argue about, right. And that's fun.
Yeah, it's a reality TV like storyline. All right, so that's our top 5s. I think one that people are gonna say we missed is Johnny Fairplay was a Survivor like icon. You don't have to just Google him real quick, John, and take one look at him, and you'll understand without knowing anything else.
I imagine Richard Hatch, right?
Yeah, and that guy was on my list too. Richard Hatch, that was the one guy who I think like back when everybody first tuned into Survivor because it was like that hot shit. Richard Hatch won, and I think was he the first winner? Yeah, very first.
That was the one season I watched. Like that was that. There are very few shows who have ever taken the world by storm like that. Like I was at a friend's, like his parents or his mom hosted like a Survivor night, and it was like a big party to see who won the finale of it. It was Richard Hatch, who then built a house in Newport, Rhode Island, and then got caught with tax evasion, I believe.
John, he didn't pay taxes on his TV, like his winning money and some of his income. Guess how long he was sentenced to prison?
I don't know which way to go. I don't know if it's going to be like 6 hours or 6 years.
51 months, over almost 5 years in prison for tax evasion. That's crazy. Tax evasion, I feel like usually is like, give us the money back and you get like 10 months probation.
Right. And like also
years.
Tax evasion on $1 million, right?
Well, it also said other income, so maybe he was doing it like forever. But I mean, there are people who do like violent crimes. Fucking what's his name? Who killed the guy in the NFL? Dante Stallworth, is it? The guy who didn't do any prison time.
Dante Stallworth's my boy, so let's not really.
Well, your boy killed somebody, right?
We follow each other on Twitter. We like each other's tweets a lot. So let's leave Dante out of this, please.
Isn't it so funny how that does like oh, he follows me. I'll like defend him on this one.
Every time he likes a tweet, I'm like, well, I'd fucking die for this guy.
And guess what? Guess what? You might die for him because he might kill you because he's a murderer. Crazy. All right, so tweet out us your top 5 villains and keep an eye on Surviving Barstool this week because there might be some new entries into the top 5 here. So Surviving Barstool has a chance to make a name for itself. So get at us with those top 5s. And let's get into voicemails now. We also have on our show today, it is February, so we do have a guest on. Got Jake Owen, Jake Owen is you and I, a lot more talent. Like how we would behave and how we would be if we were considered like, kind of like a hot musical act and like, you know what I mean? He's so fucking normal and kind of like, oh, I don't think I should be here. Like, why do I get to like go do this and be here and play at this course and sing at this event? But he can because he's talented. So
He's gave a quick 100K to the Barstool Fund. Just
that was great.
Hell of a guy.
Yeah, real cool dude. So a natural fit for our guests today. But voicemails today are brought to you by Jackpocket. Everybody got lottery fever a couple weeks ago. Here's the thing, though. It's not just the $1 billion jackpots you got to worry about. You could be winning your local lotteries, your pick 4s, your pick 3s. You could be doing your cash for life. You could be doing the regular Mega Millions and Powerball jackpots right from your pocket, right in your hand with your cell phone. The reason I used to only do like the Mega Million super huge jackpots was because like you had to get up and go to the bodega, you go to the gas station.
Had to go to the ATM first, had to get cash out.
Cash first, pay it. The whole shebang is a whole dog and pony show. Now, just like everything else, you grab your phone, you pop in the app, and you can get your tickets right then and there. You can play your numbers, or you can do your what's it called, like randomized numbers through Jackpocket. It's available in New York, New Jersey, Texas, and 7 other states. Right now, it's available in 10 total, where you can participate in the big ones, the big mamas, like the Powerball and the Mega Millions, and also all of your local every day, every week type of lottery, all right there in your hand. And right now, when you use the promo code Barstool on Jackpocket at checkout, you'll get that one Powerball ticket or Mega Millions ticket for free. So a chance at winning, I think it's back up to like $30 million right now. So tens of millions of dollars right there at your fingertips for free when you use the Jackpocket Lottery app right there on your smartphone. Use code Barstool at the checkout screen. You must be 18 years older or older to play. See jackpocket.com for details. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Drawings are on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So you have major lotteries to win several days a week, all on Jackpocket right there on your pocket. So download the app today. And once again, if you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Voicemails, let's go, Nikki.
In that ad read, I just bought tickets for Tuesday Night's Drawing, $40 million. It's that easy.
Let's do it.
What's up, KFC Fights, BC? So I'm knee deep in this GameStop situation, but I also have an interest. I like to do writing. I wrote a couple of shitty screenplays. So my thought is I can't wait till this movie comes out, and my instinct goes to the hedge fund manager of whoever it is, Melvin Capital. There's obviously a bad guy. My question to you guys is, who plays the bad guy hedge fund manager in the movie? Who would be your perfect role to fit that? Thanks, Viva.
Real quick, just say a little birdie told me that like there will be a GameStop movie. It's already like in the works.
Yeah, it's I'm sure there'll probably be multiple. It's probably going to be a race to who gets to film it first.
Yeah.
But as I understand, it's not Adam McKay. Is it Fincher? Is it David Fincher?
Oh wow, that would be awesome.
It is. It was what I saw was
I didn't know it was already public. I was hearing like whispers of it. I thought it was all kind of on the low still.
Let me double check this real quick.
That actually makes me nervous that it's not going to be good. Like, I think there is a good story to tell here. I don't quite know if it's movie worthy. I think it was like 1 Minute Man worthy, where I just kind of like wrapped it up and summed it up. But I'm sure if you can build some storylines and whatnot, you can tell it. But I don't know if it's quite, Hollywood level.
It is. I can't find it right now. Here it is. Yeah. It is from the guy behind 21, which I love. I think 21 is a great movie.
Yep.
And The Social Network. Social Network is why I thought David Fincher, but he directed it. I don't know if he was the guy technically behind it. Merzik is his name. Ben Merzik, New York Times bestselling author. He wrote.
You got some legit people. 21. You got like legit movie makers who do have knowledge of it. Could be legit. So let's cast the movie. By the way,
it's been very funny. I don't know if you follow Brian Koppelman on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he's the guy, he writes Billions.
Yeah.
And he is not interested in this. But everyone keeps tweeting like, it's got to be an episode. It's got to be a storyline. And he's like, I don't fucking want to do it, it seems.
Yeah.
And he keeps quote tweeting everyone, being like, oh, good idea. No one's pitched this to me yet. Like, for like a week straight, it's just been him telling everyone to go fuck themselves. I know he was on PMT last week. I don't know if he expressed a similar sentiment. I imagine he did. But yeah, he's like, yeah, no, it's not going to be on Billions. But it does seem like it's going to be a movie. And I think, so having no knowledge of what the Melvin Capital guy looks like, I would say, goddamn.
I mean, I think you got to play it from the angle of like, we're talking like he's going to be the greedy, sniveling hedge fund owner who gets fucked, right? And the little man takes him down. So it's got to be like someone you want to root against, right? Like, so it's got to be like a hateable face, someone who they're like there are certain guys who just have faces that you hate. I mean, people say that about me all the time. People say they have a punchable face. They want to punch me. I think that people say, yeah, they want to. I think they just don't like me, so they want to punch me in the face. I don't necessarily think my face is all that punchable, because I think there are some things that are inherently, like Ray Donovan. What's his name? Is that Liev Schreiber?
Yes.
He looks scary to me. Like, he looks like an ominous dude, like, at all times. I don't know if it's the eyes or what, but he always looks like, do not fuck with that guy. He's not like a warm and inviting face, Some people just have villain looks. He's got the voice to it to go with it too. What's his name? He plays the bad guy in Die Hard with a Vengeance. He's got like that German type of accent. What's his fucking name? Hang on, I'll find him.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Which one is that?
It's
that the gold. Is that
yeah, and he plays Hans Gruber's older brother. This dude, Simon Gruber, who's the actor. This guy is just like I think he always is the villain. He's just got the voice and the look to it. Jeremy Irons. I mean, this guy is just mean. Yeah, like he can't play. He can't be like the nice, warm, like fuzzy guy. He's got to be either the villain or like the don't fuck with me guy. But this has to be more. I think I'm picturing him being like a sloppy, fat guy who's like eating lobster and drowning in champagne because he's just better than you. And then he gets fucked by Reddit. And it's like, yes, this feels so good.
Okay. So now I'm going in a slightly different direction. And again, having no knowledge of what this person looks like, I'm going with Mahershala Ali. Because representation matters, Kevin. And
God.
and fat, rich white men have been getting the brunt of this for far too long. And it's time for just a handsome black guy to be the villain.
Oh, that'll go over real well. We're going to cast the most hated villain in the world. Let's choose now to make it the black guy. Yeah, that'll be great. Just great. That's fucking funny.
Sometimes you have to realize that the bad guy can be black, Kevin.
That's never the case. We never villainize the black people ever.
That's one of my favorite episodes in 30 Rock is that Tracy Jordan realizes that he's like that they're coming back around in making black people the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I saw a commercial the other day for a home burglary system, and the guy breaking in the house was a black guy. It's coming back.
That's progress. We did it. We can accuse you of crimes again. Yeah.
He's like, I was watching Law and Order, and the judge was white.
Okay. I will go. I think like biggest when I think of villain now, I think of Christopher Waltz in Glorious Bastards.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very good one.
And I think he could also play like the affluent guy very well too. So if he was, the big finance hotshot, thinks he's smarter than you, and then you take down Christopher Waltz, that's going to be a satisfying moment. So
I believe it's Christoph Waltz, right? Isn't it?
stop. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Which makes him even more villainous.
Yeah,
You
Christoph.
don't even.
Come on. Does he do
What are you, a fucking Disney cartoon, Christoph?
Christoph? Seriously,
Fuck off.
does he do movies without the accent? Like, can he do other accents? That's
I'm
that's
sure he can.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's ever had any major roles like
I
that.
mean, he's a really good actor, so I'd bet he can do accents well. But I feel like he'd have. I don't think he can have the accent for this. I think he's got to be like an American, sloppy, or like a powerful, rich American. You can't have that accent.
Yeah, you got it. And not only like you can't have an American accent. You have to have a Northeast accent.
Yeah, it's got to be like.
What? If you have a Southern accent, people are like, he's too dumb to be able to pull off something like this.
You can't be a hedge fund manager and have that twang. You're just a moron.
It's a stereotype, and I apologize for it, but it wouldn't be believable.
No, it really.
Like, it sounds like he's from Alabama.
Got
Bullshit.
to be a New York asshole to pull this off. Next up.
All right, I got a Am I the Asshole for you. So I sat down to have some Oreos and milk. I pour a glass of milk. But to have my first Oreo, my girlfriend comes in the room, decides to take an Oreo, dip it into the milk before I've had a chance to even have one. Take a bite, dip it in. Take another bite, dip it in. And then dip one more time. So she took 3 bites out of the cookie, triple dipped into someone else's glass of milk. Am I the asshole for being mad about that? People.
I think you're an asshole. I don't worry. I'm not concerned about double dipping and triple dipping and all that stuff. I think you're an asshole if you can dip one Oreo cookie 3 times. That's what are you, a fucking like a little chipmunk nibbling on a single cookie? What is that?
That doesn't make any sense.
That third dip, you're holding like a crumb. You have to like put your whole hand in there to soak it.
You dip half and then you eat whole.
I'll go like 90%. I really like my dip on. The other day I actually put a fork, knife through the cream and I just held it in. Because I like
all great moves. All fantastic moves.
Some people were like, what do you do with a knife? I was like, you buffoons.
Yeah.
You fucking simpletons. I like to pull it right before it's about to crumble. I like it to really be soaked. I don't like there to be much crunch left. But you can't do 3. Girls are so weird with that, Girls will take a bite out of a donut hole. Girls will take a bite out of like a mini-sized candy bar. Like what? These are individual bites, girls. Come on.
It's actually very funny you mentioned this. 'Cause I don't know if you noticed, but earlier I was eating an English muffin.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend had asked me, if I make an English muffin, would you have half? And I was like, yeah, it'll take me 1 bite. Sure. If you don't want,
that's basically saying, do you want a bite of my English muffin? Not like, do you want to have this thing?
It's not something I have to plan for. It's not like, well, I don't know. I just ate. I can eat a fucking English muffin at
whether
any
I want it or not.
Right.
Even if I'm totally full and you were like, hey, can you just eat this so I don't have to like throw it out? I'd be like, okay, just throw it.
Yeah.
You're basically using me as the garbage can. You can throw out your half of an English muffin into my belly. Girls.
It is crazy. Like, whoa, You need that? Well, I don't need it, but if you need
Like
to get
that.
rid of it, I can fucking deal with it.
English
I'll
muffins super underrated.
What's that?
English muffins are super underrated.
Dude, not only are they super underrated, so my brother's girlfriend's mom makes jams.
Yeah.
He makes a hot pepper jam that is unbelievable. And I just slather that on any carb in the area. I'll slather that on a fucking cardboard box and eat it. Real quick.
But
No
you get those nooks and crannies going. Some butter, some jelly, some peanut butter if you're so inclined. But man, English muffins, when they're toasted perfect, split perfect.
One thing we've actually learned today in the making of these English muffins, do you know it takes much longer to cook, to toast a whole wheat English muffin than it does a regular?
Why that? Why is that?
I don't know.
Science.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know another science thing that's crazy I read today?
Hit me.
Yesterday? The best way to warm up rice in a microwave, which I don't have because it's been 6 months since I lived in this apartment, and I just still have not gotten my microwave fixed because it just never worked. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The best way to warm up rice, you put an ice cube on top of it, and you put it in the microwave. And guess what? The ice cube doesn't melt.
You put an ice cube on top of your rice, like in a bowl or like in the bag. Still, what are we talking?
As I said, I do not have a microwave, so I couldn't test this.
I think this is impossible. I do not think you can put an ice cube in a microwave, no matter what you're microwaving with it, and have it not melt. Impossible.
I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, so all right, we might have to cut this for a second because actually no, we're not, because I just Googled rice in the microwave and one of the autofills was rice in the microwave song. And I was like, well, I got to hear what that is. And it's actually Travis Tritt, It's a Great Day to Be Alive, which is a fire song. And I forgot that the opening lyric of it is, I got rice cooking in the microwave, 3-day beard I don't plan to shave. Just a good song. That's all I want.
Just a quick aside.
Okay, so this is okay, hang on. This is why it's hard for me to find fucking results, because it's a brand new revelation. January 25th, 2021 is when this article was written. And it said, whoa, can this ice cube hack? I added whoa, I don't know why. Can this ice cube hack make day-old rice taste good? Leftovers are in a mixed bag. While some would argue that pizza tastes better after it's spent the night in the fridge, there are other foods we don't know as well. We all know French fries might as well go straight in the trash. Blah, blah, blah. The good news is you don't need to be some kind of culinary sorcerer to bring back day-old rice from the dead. In fact, as yet another invaluable TikTok lesson shows, you really just need an ice cube and a microwave. In the video, Calorie Queen 14 lets us in on a surprising microwave secret that seems to work surprisingly well. Stick in an ice cube or two with some of your rice you want to reheat. After a minute in the microwave, that'll reintroduce the moisture to the rice and make it as good as if it just came out of the pot. The fact that this hack works isn't the craziest part about it either. What's truly wild is that even after a minute or more in the microwave, sitting above that plate of rice, the ice cube will be almost entirely intact. Apparently, it has to do with the fact that the hydrogen bonds in ice somehow function in a way that blocks water molecules from being affected by the energy of the microwave. So instead of melting, the ice somehow functions to steam the rice that sits above. Chemistry at work.
I have no words.
I can't test it.
Like a magician would pull this trick where it's obviously not magic, it's science, but you'd be like, I bet you $1 million I can put this ice cube in that microwave for a minute and it won't melt. And you'd be like, okay, yeah, I'll take the bet. Like, it's like,
I know what microwaves do. They heat things up, so sure.
I mean, that's what's crazy. Like, that's how you know it's not just like hot things make cold things melt. It's like you got to realize that it's chemically changing the composition. But like, I remember the first time my dad used to say this all the time. My dad never shut the fuck up about it, saying that like heat is, or like air conditioning is not like, you're not making it cold, you're taking the heat out sort of thing. Like, it's like, you just got to think of it like the reverse way. Obviously you didn't do too good of a job teaching me because I can't really remember what it is. But it's just things that like my brain, my dad the other day, I guess my dad listened to an episode the other day, and at some point recently, you said that Cincinnati is heaven. You love Cincinnati.
No, I said the opposite. I said that it was when I was asking if, like, what if we're just happy and we have a misguided sense of what happiness is?
Right.
So,
Well,
like, what if you get to heaven, you have this image of it, and it's like, oh, it's just fucking Cincinnati.
he told me that like right across the way from Cincinnati is a town called Covington, where I guess like it's where the players play. And he talked about Covington as if it was like this pleasure island, like, you know, this hedonistic world where like anything goes. But it was funny. I really don't know what exactly goes on in Covington, but he said that it was like the late 70s. I think he had just got married to my mom. And there was like a work thing that he was supposed to be at, but wasn't. And like, I guess they called like the house, and the guy's like, Clancy, you gotta get here, dude. You should see the girls. It's like amateur night at the clubs. It's like ladies' night at the bar. There's this, there's that. Like, we're missing you, man. And my mom was on the phone. She was like, I think this is for you. The guy had just started ripping, yelling it, not realizing that my mom was the one who picked up. And my dad's like, yeah, I've been paying for that one for the last 35 years. Like, I didn't even go. He's like, but I had been on like 5 of them in a row. So I guess it was great. Last voicemail. What do we got, Nick?
The KFC fights. Shout out BC, miss you, Nick, Jackie, everybody. It's Mike from Philly. I got a little bit of a would you rather. So we were talking, my wife and I the other day, about would you rather have the bottom part of your pants always wet? So it doesn't matter if it's khakis or shorts or jeans or whatever the hell it is. So would you rather have them wet at all times, or when you put a jacket on with a long sleeve shirt, the sleeve it rolls up permanently? So you either got to walk around that way with your shirt.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Nothing worse than your sleeve getting rolled up in your jacket. The bottom of the jeans is tough. I think the bottom of the jeans is one more from like our childhood. I feel like we used to wear like baggy jeans that couldn't even get wet. And then that would just, that sucked too.
That's one of my favorite Daniel Tosh jokes is when he talks about, he's like, you ever gotten like your jeans or socks wet? He's like, it immediately makes you really level with the people at Katrina. We're like, boy, this is how they've been walking around. This is awful. But I'm completely with you, because I have jackets and sweatshirts that I won't wear together. I just know I'm like, I cannot put this on while wearing this, so it doesn't work.
The greatest struggle for me is the Moon Man like Sherpa robe jacket thingy. Is like, it's like a jacket. It's like thick, so you really should almost wear that when it can be your outdoor jacket. But if you try to get that thing on while you're wearing like a ski jacket as well, almost impossible. Anything that's got some bulk to it, and it also depends on what the inside of your jacket is. That's why I like when jackets kind of have that like silky smooth type of inside, because you can slide with it. But you gotta grab the sleeve as you pull through. You know, I'm trying to teach my kids that now. They don't understand that at all, so they just get stuck all the time. But when you gotta hold them and pull it through, you're pulling out the bottom. Oh my God, that is the worst.
It's actually, I've stopped just wearing the sweatshirt altogether, because it's either summer and I don't need a sweatshirt, or it's winter and I can't wear it. But my Yeezy sweatshirt, the one I got actually at Bodega during the Wilbur show. Yeah, we did like a little video there. I don't know if we ever did anything.
Yep.
But I bought a Yeezy sweatshirt there, and you cannot wear anything over it. It just can't be.
Right.
There are like, yes, I've tried like the fucking, not really a secret. Everyone knows.
You grab the sleeve. Yeah.
And it was like, it doesn't matter. I cannot do anything in that sweatshirt. It is impossible to fucking wear.
Yeah.
And like, it just doesn't work. It's like wearing a fucking, well, no one else on planet Earth is going to be able to relate to this, but it's like wearing a pair of small underpants, and it just
just nobody else on the planet subjects themselves to that at all.
It's like when I wear my small underpants, and it's just the entire day, it just doesn't fit right. And and I can't do anything about it. That's what it's like wearing a Yeezy sweatshirt. So you all get that.
I wonder. I mean, I'm sure that there are there's been somebody out there who has worn a size small underpants before. I wonder if there's.
What did I weigh in the other day? 218, I think.
Yeah.
He weighs 218 pounds.
You maybe could find someone who in a jam once wore small underpants clocking in at 220. Probably not, but maybe. But I don't think you could find a single person who does it consistently. I think you might be a true one of a kind. Like you're the only person in the world who has done that more than once, more than like 5 times.
Consistently, if it's monthly?
Yeah, like how many times total?
Oh.
Like 2 years worth? 3 years worth?
I was going to say 4, yeah.
So you've done that almost 50 times? Yeah, that's one time somebody was in a jam and they wore it because they had to. I would imagine most people would just go like commando in that case. But okay, one time it happens. Then all of a sudden they find themselves in that same jam a month later and they're like, fuck, I did it again. I got no clean underwear. All right, one more time. And then that's it. Certainly nobody goes on to do it 48 more times. I mean, just appalling, John.
It is not great. It is.
All right, let's do Jake Owen now. Just a hell of a guy. I explained this right off the top in this interview, but the first time we talked to Jake, I didn't know he was a cool cat. I remember getting mad. Foreplay went viral. The Phil Mickelson story, and I was like, "Oh man, we could have chopped it up for real." So we got a real one with him this time around. But just a real lucky yet talented dude who's just like happy to be there. And anybody who's willing to just drop a quick 100K, and anybody who's willing to just like go out and play golf with Trent and Frankie and Riggs and Lurch, just like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Got to be one of the more down to earth, true common men. That's a real common man. That's how you do common man, right? So Jake Owen is brought to you by Miller Lite, which is very fitting because Jake Owen's the type of guy that you want to kick back and have a cold one with. And with the big game rapidly approaching, you got to make sure that you have enough Miller Lite and enough friends all lined up for Sunday to enjoy the big game. So what Miller Lite has done is they're giving away beer during the big game, but you got to earn it. So they're making you head over to this specific website, which is preposterously long. So, I mean, like really long, like really long. So I'm going to read it to you. If you go to this website, you can win free beer during the big game. Are you ready, John?
I am ready, and I bet I'm going to win because if it's as long as you say, I don't know how many people are going to go, but I'm going to go. So I would imagine I just win.
Get your pen and paper out. Get your memory tricks ready. www.this Miller Lite marketing stunt will distract you from ultrasbiggamead.com/ just type in this URL when the Michelob Ultra commercial airs on that sacred Sunday in February when everyone is watching football, and we will give you free Miller Lite, which not only has more taste than Michelob Ultra, but also has only 1 more calorie, and you will actually burn that calorie by typing this ridiculously long URL, but you will have to type it for real, no cheating by copying and pasting, which is why we are printing this URL in a good old-fashioned newspaper of the highest integrity. And yes, we are aware that there's bound to be some technology that exists that could transcribe a photo back into highlightable text, in which case you could cheat and copy and paste this URL, but we are going to trust you because good relationships are built on trust. So once again, please type this URL on February 7th because this is a stunt designed to make you miss our competitors' ad, burn a calorie, and get free beer. It's Miller time.
I gotta be honest, I love that. I think it's great.
Michelob Ultra. This is some spite. This is like, we're gonna fuck you over, Michelob Ultra. You're gonna pay $2 million for this 1 minute, and that's the exact amount of time it's gonna take for people to be typing in the URL. Michelob Ultra must be pissed. first. This is like they are probably coming up with scripts and hiring actors, and instead everybody's going to be going to the big URL for the big game for Miller Lite. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's great. And I honestly think it's crazy that people like Ultra and all these healthy beers get like credit for being a healthy beer. There are plenty of beers that are just like in that range of what like the healthy beer is.
Absolutely. Yeah, like Miller Lite. I mean, it's more taste, it's less filling. It's only got one more calorie. So why are you going to go with like the crappy beer that's supposedly healthy when the good tasting one is the exact same thing? Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. No purchase necessary to get in on this. You must be 21 to participate. So just head over to the really long URL during Michelob Ultra's ad during the big game, and you could win free Miller Lite. Kick back and drink it with your buds. Share a Miller Lite with a guy like Jake Owen. Let's talk to him.
Yo.
What up? What's up, guys? How you doing, man?
Hey, dude. Sorry, man. I apologize. I was a little late.
Listen, if you ever fucking pull this shit again, we are done, dude.
I'll be real honest with you. Like, I for sure thought it was 10:45, and I didn't call my guy because I thought I was gonna be late for 10:45. And I said, dude, I'm on my way, man. I should be there right at 10:45. He goes, dude, you're supposed to be here at 10:30.
So wait.
I'm bad on that.
So did you just fuck up the time, or did you actually have problems with getting gas in the car? Because that's what we were told.
Well, kind of what happened was I have this really interesting situation. So I got in my my car I usually drive day to day. I got in it today. The other day I knew I was pushing it a little bit coming home, like low on gas. But I was like, I'll get it the next time I go.
The worst.
Well, my buddy
every time I do that,
Terrible idea.
that's the only time in the next morning that like something pops up and it's like, oh shit, I gotta go get my kids, and I'm like, fuck, I have like 1 mile till empty. Anytime I leave it till the morning, it always fucks me that next morning.
Well, I got up this morning to leave and get in the car, and my dog, I have a German Shepherd, and he got in the garage and he couldn't get out. So then he took a shit in front of my. This is a whole crazy thing. He took a shit in front of my car. My buddy that works at my farm this morning came, bless his heart, he cleaned it up, but he moved my car outside and let it run because it's cold in Nashville. So he was just letting it run. And I got out there to leave, and now says 0 miles to empty. And I'm like, sorry guys, that's my story.
I think that people who put their gas in their car, we talked about this kind of extensively, people who regularly have gas in their car are assholes.
Can't trust them.
Run that shit to the end. Run that shit till it goes
We got
empty.
a guy here who doesn't go below half. He's like, you're crazy if you go below half. He's like, what? You never know. Like, what if, like, you know, the fucking apocalypse hits and you got to. I was like, well, then the half a tank of gas is going to fucking matter. Now, is it, man?
My answer with what if the apocalypse hits is always pretty easy. Like, well, then I'll die.
Then I'm dead.
I'm okay with the logic behind that. If
Yeah.
the apocalypse is here, I'm dead. Fine, whatever.
What would you do in a zombie? Just drive my empty tank till I'm dead. I don't know. Whatever, man. Who fucking cares? So last time we talked, I don't know if you even remember, because it was a pretty forgettable conversation, because I feel like when we first talked to you, at least I didn't know the kind of guy you were. I was like, oh yeah, well, I don't know, we'll talk about like music and whatever. And then you go over and talk to Foreplay, and it was like, oh, I was fucked up with Phil Mickelson. I was doing this, I was doing that. And I was like, I need another crack at it. I want to talk some real shit, man.
That night I went to, you did the I forget what venue was at. You did like the small concert that we went to, and it was awesome. It was like the hell of a night. I forget. It was at like not
that
Marquee.
was a cool spot. I can't remember the name of that spot. That was really cool. It was like a little theater or something.
Yeah. It was a tiny ass little theater, and I swear to God, Jake, you had 14 drinks on stage that night. You kept being like into the microphone. You were like, "Yo, can I get another whiskey Coke up here?"
I love it.
Yeah, I'm off the liquor right now though a little bit. I'm off the liquor. I decided, it's 2021. I'm gonna be 40 years old in 215 days.
Oh boy, you got the days countdown. 19 hours and 46 minutes, 26 seconds. I mean, so 40's hitting you hard, huh? Like the thought of 40.
I don't know. I just want to I have a twin brother too. He just walked by here in our office. We all work together. And I told him the other day, I'm like, bro, we're about to be 40. Because that's kind of cool. I got somebody to pawn it off a little bit. And I was like, we need to get in shape. Jared is like, Fuck that, dude. I'm cool.
This fucking guy is dry for the month. He's not drinking.
I'm also off the liquor. Have you had any? Has it made you feel even a little bit better?
Yeah, man. Look at this. Actually, my girlfriend, this is sad to say, gave me this water bottle to drink. It's pink, obviously. And look, man, I drink this water. I'm feeling good. I just want to, man, it's a big year. I just want to feel freaking good.
This dude is not
saying. I'm not saying I quit drinking. I just said for right now.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So you said liquor, but you meant like everything, or are you still drinking at all?
Dude, I love beer. Like, beer is one of my favorite things. All kinds of beer, doesn't matter what kind. I love it all. But I just, man, first 6 months of quarantine, when I came off the road, I was like, I'm getting jacked. So when I go back on the road, I feel good. I'm refreshed because you get tired out there, man. Right? You don't like eat pizza every night after the shows. Yeah. It's just hard. Yeah. So I got ripped first 6 months. Then I came in for a meeting at the office, and they're like, by the way, you're not going out at least for another 6 months. So at that point, I was like, I'm drinking and I'm eating whatever I want. So I kind of got fat the last 6 months, and now I'm just back at it again.
You're describing exactly my quarantine. Like, quarantine started, I was like working out twice a day. I was like, here we go, baby, time to seize the moment. And then I was like, oh wait, we're doing this for a lot longer.
That moment ended up being
a
year.
I kind of got through like boat season. I felt good. I was on the boat. Like, it was summertime, and I was feeling good. I was getting ready to go do some more shows, and then they're like, yeah, right.
See, at least you're feeling better. Like, I'm right before we started this, I was like, I don't even feel. First of all, I've gained weight. I've put on 3 pounds. And it's just like I don't feel better. I'm arguably more miserable in the morning. I hate everything. It is just I hate it because I had these grand aspirations. I thought it was gonna be amazing. I was gonna feel better. I was gonna have more fun. I was gonna be happier. None of this is the case, Jake. It's all just fucking shit.
I hear you.
Turns out there's a little bit more going on than just booze in your body.
And guess what? I watched a movie last night, hoping to feel good. Turns out I cried the whole fucking time watching Our Friend.
Man, this is some heavy shit, Our Friend.
What the hell is this all about? We're doing feel good movies in quarantine, Jake. What the hell is this?
Yeah, man, interestingly enough, I learned this about making a film for the first time, is that we actually shot that almost going on a couple years ago. But by the time that it goes through the festivals and then gets out, it's kind of wild too, the timing of it, like right now, I think, yes, it is heavy, but I think the movie itself kind of makes you think like, dang, man, like, am I that person for somebody? Like, would somebody do that for me? And
nope.
I think right now in our
Jake, I didn't think that for a second, buddy. I wasn't like, maybe someone would want me to live with them if they were dying of cancer. I would be the worst. I would make the argument that I would be the worst possible person to choose to live with you if your wife was dying of cancer.
I would rather just die of cancer than have you be that person for me. I mean, he's the worst choice in the world. But I would venture to guess all three of us, not that. That's a selfless, you got to be a real special person to do that and do it like, to be helpful and really like make a difference. And I'm not that guy.
No.
Well, that was the beauty. That was what was cool, man, about the movie. Like, this wasn't just like some made up story. This is this is based off a true story. The guy and his wife, and she got terminal cancer. They had 2 kids, and their buddy Dane, this guy, he was working at like a sporting goods store. And they knew him from college, and he always was the guy that, was just a good friend. And he said, man, I'm moving in with you guys to help take care of all this to the end and be there. And, so it's funny to laugh about it because I think that too. Like, who could I be for that for somebody? But that dude did that, and this is a really great dedication to them and their family and their life, and it's pretty cool.
I'm very much like Dane, except for the good attributes. Like you in this movie, not the greatest guy in the world, kind of a dick. And people would talk about me like you talk about Dane, where it's like, that guy's still a piece of shit, huh? Like, Goldschlager's still around? Yeah, I figured, asshole.
My buddies, they saw that. I've had some people say like, Jake, man, you're like a nice guy, like, what was it hard to play that part where you were you kind of came off like a dick, And then I got my other buddies that were like, dude, everybody talks about acting being hard. They're like, Jake, all you had to do is go play yourself.
I was watching with my girlfriend last night, and she goes, Jake's kind of an asshole. I was like, babe, he's acting.
It's a role.
It's
not
Jake's
real.
a good dude. He's got like the classic 80s villain movie sweater on when you're at dinner. It was like, oh, that's the guy, like the blonde at the tennis club wears that sweater, which by the way I want because it's a fire ass sweater. But I was like, he's just acting. She's like, no, I think he's just being mean. It's like, you've seen movies, right?
So your girlfriend got like offended. Playing a part.
I thought you said Jake was nice. Like, he is. He's not playing Jake right now.
Do you think there's more of this in your future? I mean, you're killing the music game. I feel like you actually would thrive kind of almost doing what we do. You've made such an impact with like foreplay and making internet waves. But do you think that acting is a big part of your future to come?
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm one of these guys that I really honestly feel like I'm just kind of lucky to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not any better than anyone else. I play guitar. I sing some songs. I know you said I'm setting the music, like done well the music. Like, yeah, man, I've had some hit songs and I work hard. I got great people around me. But like, dude, I'm just kind of like a guy that looks around sometimes and is like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
So after all these years. And so, yeah, that'd be cool if something like that came about because someone kind of it floated our way and I didn't like actively pursue it, I don't think, but I liked it. It was cool. And to work with Dakota Johnson and Casey Affleck and Jason Segel, like they're pros, you know what I mean? It was for real.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, I related it to, I told someone the other day, like they gave me a exemption to play in a web.com event in Nashville a couple years ago, and I shot 86. Seriously, I looked like an asshole. But like I was on the, like, just because they allow you in it doesn't mean that you're a pro, right? So like I'm sitting on the range watching other guys hit balls like pros do, and they're like watching me, chunk every third shot I hit. And it's kind of the same thing. Like when you go on set with people that are pros and you're just the guy that they're like, you should be in a movie, even though you're not an actor. Yeah. I felt the same way. So it was cool though.
You know what? As long as you're like a likable dude, I feel like people are okay with that. Like if you show up and you're like, kind of being a dick or you're acting like you're entitled on a movie set, I feel like people are like, fuck you. Or you're in the Pro-Am or whatever this was where you got invited and it's like, if you act like you're better or on the level with them, they're not going to like you. But if you seem like a humble dude who knows that you're just lucky to be there, I would imagine people don't have a problem when Jake Owen comes around and like participates in whatever their craft is.
I mean, dude, I hope not. I have moments though. I catch myself all the time. Like my mom always says, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And like I'm just like a very like off the cuff kind of person. Sometimes I say shit and like it really offends people, and I didn't even mean to offend them. You know what I mean? And so I'm sure I've been in like a dick to some people, but man, I really I try to be a good dude and just be me. So
you were talking about being around the cast. Were you at any point? I know you and Gwendolyn Christie weren't in the same scenes at all. Were you ever near her, and did you ask her what the hell happened with Game of Thrones?
I'll be real honest with you. Like, if I walk past Gwendolyn Christie, like, I wouldn't know who that. I didn't know who that was. Hey, but I'll be all really honest with you.
And there's a statement that offends. There you go.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mean to be offensive because I'm sure Gwendolyn Christie walked by me on set. She wouldn't know who I was either. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I maybe because I'm not.
But okay. Here's the thing. What if Gwendolyn showed up to like a music event and didn't know who you were? That's kind of more the like.
Dude, I love that. I wrote a song the other day with this guy. He's incredible. His name's Martin Johnson. He has a band called the Night Game, and I got there. I never met this guy. Didn't know what he did, and I heard it, and it blew me away. And I was like, I'm so not probably worthy to be writing with this dude right now. But it's kind of one of those things where I think it's more flattering to people sometimes when you don't come at them with this whole like, I know everything about you from what you did. It's kind of it's more humbling to be around people and kind of learn as you get to know them, I think. Right. But that's no disrespect to Gwendolyn Christie. I didn't know. Like, I'm not in the whole film world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even really watch that much TV. I just watched Ozark, dude. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Oh, should I?
No, you shouldn't.
It started out awesome. And
the only things I've watched, like I'm always like on the go, and I don't tend like if I have free time, I'll grab my guitar and play something. But I don't sit down. People tell me that all the time. It's probably why my mind's always going. Like I don't relax. I just go all the time. But I did watch Ozark, and I watched Breaking Bad this quarantine.
Oh,
And I liked both of them.
that might be something. I think that show might blow up, dude.
You should check out The Godfather next.
Thanks for catching on. But,
Man, I mean, that sounds about right. I feel like that kind of matches your personality, at least from what I see when you make these videos with us and you're on the golf course. You just seemed like you just kind of just fucking live. Like, you don't think about it, you just go do it.
Well, man, look, I appreciate you saying that, and I think that's why sometimes like people kind of align well with each other. And you're right. I remember when I came in to Barstool for the first time and like met all you guys and did that, and then it kind of like blew up. And all I was really doing was telling an honest story about me kind of being a jackass at a wedding, drinking too much to a guy like Phil. But Phil, being the cool guy he was, like played along with it. He didn't act like he was offended. You know, he played along and it was cool. And the way that you guys are to your listeners and everybody out there, I think that's why it's real. And what you're doing for the Barstool funds, for that's incredible, man. What you guys are doing.
It's a big number.
We talked. I'm not. Say what?
That's a big number Dave's got going. I mean, that's $30 million is a fucking staggering number that they raised. It's crazy.
Well, dude, you guys so many times, like not just even with my charity events and things, Barstool's been so incredible. You guys have sold t-shirts with song titles of mine on it that literally has generated incredible amounts of money for our foundation. And anyways, I wanted to throw this out there today because we wanted to tell everybody, but we're happy. We want to donate $100,000
Wow.
to the
Thank you,
fund.
man. That's amazing. Good shit.
Cohen Foundation. So and I bring that up at a time just to let you guys know, like, dude, thanks for saying what you said about me, like being a normal dude that kind of goes along. But y'all need that. People need to tell you the same things. Like, I'm sure my mom watches and she's like, they do say fuck a lot. You know what I mean? But I'm like, Mom, like people just sometimes let that fly. Like it just doesn't, they're not bad people. But my point is like, y'all are the everyday guys that like relate to the everyday people. And that's all I try to do with my music and try to do with my shows. And I think that's hopefully what we all should do as citizens of this great country, man. Just fucking be real, you know, and be nice to people and be cool and take care of others. And like, that's just kind of what it's about, you know? So I'm proud of you guys too.
That's very nice of you to say we're regular guys. We didn't need the reminder. Like, I'm well.
You might. We're good. If actually you could remind us that we're a little bit special. Dude, no, that's seriously awesome. Thank you. That's so generous. It goes such a long way. And I'm sure people are going to appreciate it. I mean, you can really tell who stepped up and who's involved. And, you know, it's not usually like a surprise. It's usually the people that are like, yeah, you know, like I thought that guy was a good guy. I thought she would contribute. And so just kind of proving yourself right there, like proving what we already know about you. So thanks a lot for that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we're happy to do it. This is this incredible thing that y'all are doing. And we're proud to be a part of it.
So the movie, like John said, is you know, it's heavy. It's a tearjerker at times.
You're actually involved in my favorite line in the movie when Casey Affleck tells you he's going to punch you in the face. That's like, I feel like everyone's got that friend where your wife's name is Charlotte, right? And
right.
You're being kind of a dick to Casey Affleck, and he's like, listen, man, I'm giving you a pass. You're married to Charlotte, and I like Charlotte. But if you guys ever split up, let me know. I'll drive over to your house and punch you in the face. It's like everybody
knows that guy.
I
like your significant other. I don't care for you very much.
And that's what
when I read that script, it was I realized with this being my first kind of film, I thought, man, am I really supposed to play the guy that nobody likes? You know, and that's really what it was. I'm like the insensitive asshole friend that everybody just kind of they'll get a pass, like he says in the film, like just because they happen to be with someone else. But I got lots of friends, you know, people like they don't even won't want to hang around certain people because of their like girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband, you know. So I was kind of that guy in the film.
I've dated that person. Yeah, I've been like John's gonna be my girlfriend. Dude. Never mind.
You've probably also been that person. Shit.
I'm constantly that person.
No, you're not that person. But I think, well, I would say I think all of us have probably been in that spot. Have you ever been the guy who, like, when you get out of the relationship, you're like, oh boy, that chick was a real dud, and like all my friends hated her? Yeah, like, we all have. I think everybody has. It's so funny how much you get like. Either you're blind to it totally or you're just lying to yourself about it. But then when you get on the outside, you're like, oh, yeah, she sucks. Like, what was I doing?
It's funny, though, why sometimes – and it's your real friends that will just be real even though they know they're going to make you mad. But Like, no one ever tells you either
I
until
know.
after the fact. And you're like,
Where were you?
Yeah, you could have just told me.
Well, we have a pretty like steadfast rule here, like to not get involved with other people's shit, because it seems like, you know, yeah, man, he's miserable with her and like she sucks, but who knows what goes on behind closed doors, or maybe he deserves it, whatever. I had one friend in my life who like is the only guy I think I would ever really step up and say anything to. And I like took him out for a drink, and it was awkward. I was like, we got to go out and like talk and have a beer. He was like, the fuck are you talking about? You know, we sit down in the booth, and I was like, just gotta let you know.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, basically, I was like, I just gotta let you know. You know, a lot of us kind of think this way, and you know, I don't think it's a good idea, whatever. And he was just like, appreciate the feedback, but like, I'm in love with her, and yeah, like there's a couple things we gotta work on, but we're gonna make it work. And I was like, okay. Well, all right, like another round. You know what I mean? Like, I did my part. I said what I got to say. You told me, like, fuck off. And okay. But and then, you know, inevitably it crashed and burned. And I always remind him I was right.
Still together?
Yeah, no. She left him on Christmas Eve. So she literally left a ring on the bed and was gone, and it was Christmas Eve. So to say that I was right is a gross understatement.
Kevin reminds him every morning. He's got a scheduled text that goes out at 6:45, just so you know I was right.
I just sent him text like, hey man, is there a ring on your bed today? And so he knows. But you know, I was like, all right, I did my part, and if you want to tell me to fuck off, all good. But it is funny how much like sometimes people don't say things, and if they do, then it gets awkward. It's a dicey world out there, man.
Yep.
Where'd you guys film this? Were you? It looked like I know it takes place in Bama, but where'd you guys film it?
Fairhope, Alabama, which is actually a really cool place. I've traveled all over and had never been to Fairhope. It's just on the other side of the bay from like Mobile, Alabama. So it's a really beautiful, small little town. It's where they're actually.
I was gonna say it's they are, right?
Where they live, yeah.
I've only been to Bama once, and there's nothing there. I feel like you're probably a Bama guy. Well, you're a Florida guy, and the only time I've been to Bama, I went to FSU too. I was driving.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't know
that.
I was there. I only went there for 2 years. I didn't graduate from anywhere. But I went.
Either.
Yeah, fucking degree. Look at me now.
What years were you there?
I was there 07, 08, probably.
Okay.
Something like that. I was in Pike, no big deal, whatever. Yeah, big frat
You
house.
were Pike? My best buddy Ando that manages me, that we went to college together. He was a Pike there at Florida State.
What was it called? The strongest frat in America or something?
It is. Everyone there's a fucking beefcake. And
Yeah. Was their house still on the corner there, like right there on the corner?
Yeah. Of Heritage Grove. It
Yeah.
is still. I believe it's still the biggest frat house in the country.
Were you a beefcake back then?
Dude.
Back then? What about right now, man?
I was. If I had to put who I was in that fraternity, I was fucking Vinny Guadagnino from Jersey Shore, where I showed up fat, and then everyone was jacked, and I tried to get in, and I just looked weird. It was like
Did a couple steroids, did a couple cycles.
it was like,
eh.
it was like, yeah,
Awesome.
he's trying, but it's really not working for him. But yeah,
That's great.
But
I didn't know that.
I was driving from FSU to Mardi Gras. We went through Bama, and we were in like, it was like fucking what's the movie with like all the backwoods and the rednecks,
Deliverance?
Yeah. And we were driving in my buddy's like Volkswagen, and the fucking drive shaft popped down, and we were just dragging it. And so we had to get off the highway in Bama in the middle of nowhere.
You got raped, didn't you?
And we pulled off to like this gas station. And this dude comes out, and he's just like, hey man, your drive shaft's dragging. And we're like,
Yeah.
What happens if we keep driving? And he like takes like a pen to show us. He's like, well, could get stuck, and then boom, car flips over. And we were like 5 hours, 6 hours out of Mardi Gras, and we go, yeah, we'll just risk it. And we drove the whole fucking way, the entire time being like, guys, we might just flip this fucking car and die at any moment.
Colossally stupid.
Didn't, got there, had a hell of a time.
Are you a car guy?
I am. Yeah, I am a car guy.
So we had a question once. We did like a argument, like a debate show once, and the final question was, would you rather be a country star who doesn't know how to drive a stick, like doesn't know about cars, or a rock star who doesn't trash hotel rooms, who's just like a proper, like nice, clean guy? Which do you think is like less authentic? If you're a country guy who doesn't know cars, or if you're a rock star who doesn't like live hard?
Great question.
Yeah, I had to argue. I chose to argue. See, I think you can be a country star and not be a car guy, and it's not the end of the world. I feel like part of being a rock star is like you leave like destruction in your wake everywhere you go.
I kind of agree with you.
If you didn't drive a stick, if you didn't know about cars, would like the rest of the guys be like, oh my God, Jake Cohen's such a fraud, or do they not care?
I don't think, I don't think the country world has that kind of connotation anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's people that, I mean, honestly, country music has been really cool as far as how it's opened its doors to so many different avenues. If you like it, you like it. Cool. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But like on country radio, you could have everything from Chris Stapleton on one end to Dan and Shay on the other end. They don't sound anything alike, but they all have incredible amounts of fans. And that's what's kind of cool. Whereas like rock and roll is kind of like, you kind of got to step on other people and just be a badass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I have that in me. I don't know if I could do it.
Every hotel you leave has to look like Johnny Depp in 92.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have a bunch of necklaces, bracelets. It's just gotta be a dead body in the closet.
Yeah, I think I'd like be like, I'm so sorry. Like I left like a towel on the floor. Yeah, I don't have it in me, man.
All right, if you had to spend the rest of your life in a rap music video or a country music video, which would you choose?
Rap.
Yeah.
Says the country music star.
Because most of the time it looks like rap videos, like there's always a bunch of chicks around, and I like pools. They're always around a pool. You know what I mean? And I just told you I like cars, so there's always cars.
Yep.
And I'll probably do that. Because country music videos, after a while, I'm just kind of like, they're not as wild.
It's like, I don't want to sit on this tractor anymore, man.
When I picture a country music video, I picture Red Dirt Road. And when I picture a rap music video, I picture Where the Party At.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd choose rap, too.
Or like that video that Kanye did with that like little punk guy where they like were in those suits and they're kind of, like we don't ever do that in country. Like what's the problem here?
Why don't you change the game? Why don't you revolutionize some shit and put out like a rap video with a country song?
By the way, I love all kinds of music so much. I mean, I'm a huge rap fan. I actually, late at night, my fiance, I'm getting used to saying that.
Ooh, congrats.
I heard you drop girlfriend earlier, and I was like, oh, maybe the December engagement didn't go so well.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
You said thanks a lot. Back up, bud. Thanks a lot. I caught myself there. But she'll come out. I have like a little music room that I just kind of, at night, I would go in there, clear my head, and just do whatever comes to mind. I'll do. Sometimes it's like acoustic, kind of folky song. Sometimes it's rap songs.
Start spitting bars?
Straight bars.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yo,
I got this new one I've been working on lately that's called John Daly. And it's just this hard rap song. I'm on that John Daly, So you just wait. You heard it here first, folks.
I am not kidding. If you put out a rap song, John Daly, that will be a smash.
It's gonna happen, man.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it for real? Like, don't fuck with me. Don't make this something like, oh, I just did this little like thing on the side. It was for fun. Put this song out.
Yeah, I'm going to. I got a whole alter ego. It's pretty good.
You got a different name, or is it still under Jake Owen?
No, it's a different name, man. It's still a totally different name. Yeah.
Like J.K. Rowling over here.
Yo. Yeah. This is now I'm getting real interested. If you start putting out rap music, then I mean you're already kind of living like the life. Like if I had to like switch lives with someone, it might be you. If you can also become a rapper on top of it, you're like my number one draft pick. That's gonna be interesting, Jake.
Yeah, it's just I think the world right now is so cool and fun. The way that there's so many different things connecting, and like all different types of music are crossing over. And people, it's not like I don't know. When I was a kid, like my buddy Justin DeMaio, all he listened to was punk rock. We're from Florida. He's like, "Sir," he's like, "If you don't listen to punk rock, you're not punk." You know what I mean? So I sing country music. It doesn't mean I'm not country or can't sing country music because I like listening to what? I don't know, man. I like everything.
Who's like your favorite rapper? What's your favorite rap album, song, whatever?
My favorite rapper?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got lots of them. Lately, I've been listening to, I think it's a New York girl, Young Ma. She's awesome. I know that's random to pull that out. I could have been like, I like Drake or I like whatever, but Young Ma is hard, dude.
Yeah.
I've heard the name Young Ma. I couldn't tell you Young Ma's song. I did not expect Jake Owen to say Young Ma.
At all. All, man.
Like stuff like that's super cool, man. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
We need a Jake Owen Young Ma collab. She'll do a song with you. Make it happen.
She's got a delivery that's just like it's smooth. I always like the way Biggie had that delivery. She's got that kind of New York swag.
Unbelievable. You're not fucking with me, are you? This is real?
Do I look like I'm fucking?
Kinda. I don't know. A little bit. Wow. Unbelievable, man. You are living the dream out there. So what's since you are doing so much, like what's next? Do you like focus on one thing at a time, or are you just kind of all over the place? Is it time to get back in the studio for country music? Is it time to hit the links again for a tournament? What's next?
Really, I mean, when it comes to like my career, getting back in the studio, making some music, putting some new music out there to kind of get out and play when we can get back out and play, you know?
Yeah. But right now, you're doing, honestly, you know what it is? It's wedding planning right now, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, Erica asked me about that yesterday. I've been going like, I don't know, with COVID and everything, you know, I don't know if we can still get people like the dude thing, right? I'm super fired up though, just about we're getting married. We're excited about it. And we're gonna do it at our farm, so it's kind of gonna be easy that way. But I really enjoyed.
How'd you propose?
How did I what?
How'd you propose?
How did I propose?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we went to the Christmas tree lot to get a Christmas tree this year. And we've gone to the same one for the last 5 years. And she, you know, we have to get our girls like to get their Christmas cards done. And we have a little girl, so we took her there with us. And I said, hey, I invited my buddy to take some photos. So you can just use these for the Christmas card, like we're picking out a tree, you know. And that made her happy. She was like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. It's my photographer from the road. And he came, so she didn't think anything was weird with him being there.
Right.
And I had the ring underneath my jacket, like in my right here, like kind of holding it under my arm. Because she kept like, you know, we were walking and she was, well, I didn't want it to fall out. And I finally just said like, screw it. I got down on one knee and I was like, hey, you know,
beautiful,
let's
man.
do this. Yeah,
you see the video that just went viral with the hawk? You see this?
No.
So this couple goes to like a bird show, I guess. So like in the stands, there's like imagine you're at like bleachers. Picture like a minor league baseball game. That's like the stands. And this chick comes out with a hawk on her arm, and she's like, "Who wants to get involved in the audience? Like, put your hand up." And she says, "Who has a $5 bill?" She sends the hawk over to the girl. They were all in on it, and it lands on her arm. Takes the $5 bill, runs back, and then is like, "I gotta send you your receipt." And she brings a little piece of paper, and on it says like, "Will you marry me?" And then the dude drops down to one knee. This motherfucker had a hawk propose to her.
I thought the hawk was gonna have the ring.
That's what I thought too. That would have been something. Imagine that hawk just took off with a fucking $1 zillion ring, man. It's the risks you run. But I like a little more low key, a little like, you know, a little more personal at the lot with the Christmas trees and the baby girl. Good on you, man. I'm sure she loved it.
It was cool, man. And that's been the cool thing, not to sound soft, because I'm prouder than anything about being a dad. And I have 2 little girls. So this whole time being home has been really hard to not be out on the road and see the fans and see my guys in the band and see everyone. But I've never had, you know, I see the guys in the band and I see the fans more than I see my little girls. Mm-hmm. And so to have this time at home and be able to be a dad to them and be there has been incredible. So I try to see this positive side of it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But then also when you get back on the road, you're gonna be like, all right, see you guys. Good luck with bedtime. I'm out of here. All right, man. Well, we appreciate the time. The movie is out now. Our Friend. You can go watch it, check it out. Be ready for some tears and some emotions. It's no joke.
My girlfriend was crying in the first 30 seconds. And it probably didn't stop for most of the movie. So, yeah, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry a lot. It's a great movie though. I saw the trailer before I even knew we were interviewing you, and I was like, this movie looks fucking awesome. And so I was excited to watch it in preparation for this interview. Did not let me down. It did make me cry though. I'm a crier.
Well, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you guys even having me on and talking about it, and hopefully see y'all before too much longer.
And thanks so much for the donation, man. 100K is no joke. Thanks a lot. That's really great stuff.
Oh yeah, no, we're happy to do it, and in the meantime, man, I'll be on that John daily.
Yeah, let's go. See you next time, bro.
Hey, Jake, thank you very much, man.
Later.
We'll see y'all. Thanks.
If you made it this far, you
Long
watched
time.
the whole episode. You have to.
I've never watched the full episode. If you watched the full episode,
never watched like 10 minutes of an episode.
You really, really like us.
Or you hate us, but like have a fetish to watch us. And
Yeah.
whatever the reason is, you've made it this far. You're going to want to watch more.
You should want to watch more.
And you actually owe it to us to click the subscribe button. If you have watched that much time, you now owe us in the form of clicking the subscribe button.
That's internet currency.
And hitting the bell icon.
Yes.
I don't even know what the bell icon is, but they tell me
I
to
think
say
it sets a reminder for you. And also leave comments for what your favorite voicemail was. All kinds of that fun stuff. But you owe it to us to do it. Law. Internet law.
law.